Welcome to the show before the show, where I check to make sure everything is working. I'm your host, Patrick Marlette, your local game guy, and today I'm joined by Will, who's not here. He left to grab whiskey. And as a matter of fact, it's my weekend too. I'm going to enjoy some whiskey. Hey, so how are you? All of you. Was your week good? Tell me the truth. My week was actually pretty swell, honestly, and I'm celebrating. I don't get this wrong, Pat. I'm celebrating 11 years with my now wife. This isn't our wedding anniversary, but on May 12th, we're celebrating our just having dated anniversary. This is sort of like our Valentine's Day, so my weekend is going to be awesome. Going to go horseback riding, spend some time together, just upstate and relaxing. But today's stream, it's not official yet, but we've gotten a few Modern Horizon leaks, not spoils. So the cards we're going to be playing with aren't actively on any deck editors, or Scryfall for that matter. But we're going to be playing Peal-Ear, the Derriere, or at least that's what the deck is called. So if you look at the link in the description, you'll find a link to Peal-Ear, the Derriere, who is actually Peal-Ear. For some reason, every single time I've typed this in today in any form, it's auto-corrected to Peal-Ear, as if that were better. But yeah, this card. Hey, Will. So I'm just talking about this magical leaked card that, is all but confirmed, but we're pretty certain it exists. But it's a one generic double white 3/4 Fox Advisor legendary creature with lifelink. That would already be good, but it doesn't stop there. Enchantment spells you cast have affinity for auras. How swell would that have been if it just said enchantments? Whenever you cast an aura spell that targets a modified permanent you control, draw a card. And as a refresher, that's equipment, aura, and or counters. So this could be any form of counter, most commonly +1/+1, but I know Ikoria added some interesting counters that exist. Things like that. So,
let's be honest, it is almost always going to be modified by auras.
Right. Auras are, just consequently, it's something that gets +1/+1 counters. I don't know.
No. If the creature has an aura on it, it is modified. Mm-hmm. So every aura we play is going to draw us a card if we've played an aura on that thing before.
Whenever you cast an aura spell that targets a modified permanent you control an aura, permanent you control, draw a card. Excuse me. Yeah. So that's the thing, though. If it's just Peal-Ear getting the modifications, then that's no bueno if Peal-Ear dies, which, we wouldn't be drawing anyways if Peal-Ear died, que sera. It happens. I think we need some form of evasive equipment and aura. Obviously, we're going to lean more towards auras, but truth be told, there's a real rich history of great artifact cards that will do just well in Peal-Ear. So I think we should consider those. We're going to research a lot of auras today, but also we'll research some interesting bombs, I guess, in this color, because this is basically mono white Voltron is the way it reads. It's cost reduction, so basically ramp for your enchantments, moreover than auras. So we can use any range of enchantments, but I think we're going to have a pretty even threshold of like auras as well in this list, and get a lot of draw, hopefully. So yeah. Peal-Ear is what we're building today. If you go to the deck list that's in the description, you're going to see Light Paws, just simply because I really like this art. At any rate, hey Will, hey co-host Will, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to see what we can do with Peal-Ear, because I know that CEDH SRAM is a thing that people have tried to make work, and it kind of works, and I think Peal-Ear can probably do it better.
Over SRAM?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, I was so excited for this deck that Will tried to talk me down, but it didn't work.
I didn't try to talk you down. I tried talking you back a little bit, because I'm like, do it, but wait.
So, I don't know. I have an affinity for white decks. I'm not just showing you my face. I have an affinity for white decks. And I've always wanted to get this card. Ever since Sithis, I've used a proxy in that deck. I've just never owned a Serra Sanctum, so I wound up buying a Serra Sanctum, kind of because I want to make this deck in paper, and it would be very fun to own all the cards for it. And I practically own everything else that a mono white list would want because of Oswald. So why not get a Serra Sanctum? So I treated myself. Stormtrooper. 24th is your birthday. I'll remind me. And we'll do a special birthday episode for you. Maybe. Eldrazi Conscription, though. That is the thing we can play. So I actually shot that over to Will. I'm like, what dumb auras have I always wanted to use? And that was one of them. I can't say that it's necessarily... I mean, by the point at which you cast it, it could likely be free or at least very cheap. And then if the thing you attach it to is still around after a rotation or was given haste, then it's immediately dangerous. But if it's still around after a rotation, your opponents are kind of screwed, or at least one opponent's kind of screwed.
I will say, by the time that it is 0 mana, all that glitters or ethereal armor are probably just better Eldrazi Conscription.
Yeah, well, it's certainly cheaper to get on the field quickly. All that glitters is buffed by the amount of auras you control, or enchantments.
The number of enchantments and the number of artifacts.
Ooh, but it's just a buff. I say just a buff. It's only a buff. So something like Eldrazi Conscription would technically still be better or worse. I don't know. It really depends on how much you're cranking out. But the thing is, Peal-Ear helps you cast the things that you want to pull into anyways. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Yeah. I'm going to put it back on the screen just so we know what we're talking about, but we're still chilling for a little bit here. If you're sending me 2 lion's eye diamonds. Will, thoughts on Peal-Ear, though? How do you want to take this list? What do we want to do today? Obviously, we're going to orient it towards being a CDH list, so, give it to me.
Yeah.
Any tribal fox stuff you can think of?
Not any tribal fox stuff, but I think that the deck is inevitably just going to be a stacks/control/snowball deck. I think it's going to kind of be all three, because Peal-Ear helps us cast our stacks enchantments really easily. So Stony Silence is 1 mana. Rest in Peace is 1 mana. We probably don't run the Rule of Law effects because I feel like those cripple our game plan to some extent. Mm-hmm. But Peal-Ear makes stuff a lot cheaper. But then for control, it makes some removal auras cost less, and it lets us draw into other things, so we probably have a full grip to remove stuff. And finally, Snowball, because Smothering Tithe costing 1 mana, allowing us to play like 20 cards on the next turn and draw through most of our deck is pretty good. So there's a lot of cards in our deck that just say, do the thing you're doing, but more.
Do we play Trouble in Paris?
Probably not.
You don't think so?
I feel like that card's just really slow. I feel like it's never going to be worth playing, at least in CDH. Probably in casual, though.
You imagine Smothering Tithe is totally worth it, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's 1 white, make retreasure. It's 1 white for Gilded Lotus.
The question is which art. Oh my god. Wait. Whoa. Have the prices gone up again?
For Smothering Tithe? Probably. Yeah. The card's played in a lot of places.
I guess I think I'm a fool, Will. I didn't realize. I traded in my last one. I think I pulled one that I traded.
Yeah, I have several. I've stockpiled my Smothering Tithes because I know I'm always going to need more Smothering Tithes.
This is my absolute favorite one. This is the one with the face under it. I want to get this one.
Are you talking about the coin pile with the face?
Yeah, the Double Masters one. So damn good.
Also, I think the main game plan that we're going to do is probably a lot of protection auras and a lot of cantrip auras, because if we're just paying 1 white to draw 2 cards, I feel like slightly worse Ancestral Recall is still a really good card.
Right, so this is a trick that I used in Sithis, but it's equally viable here. There's also one in green that's effectively the same thing, but Flickering Ward is fantastic as an engine. Once you have like your Sarah Sanctum online, if you happen to pull into it, and we'll probably use something like Weathered Wayfarer just to ensure we get our value lands. But Flickering Ward, you choose a color. Enchanted creature has protection from the chosen color, so this is actually quite good if you're suspecting some form of black removal or maybe red removal. Depends on who's at the table and what you know their list holds. This allows you to gain protection from that thing on the off turn, but on turn, and you can do this off turn, but on turn, you'll want to leverage this multiple times. So Flickering Ward is going to let us draw every single time, provided it's not the thing that's modifying the creature, right? Have another equipment or a counter out. The other thing I wanted to look into are effects like rolls. I looked into rolls in just white, and none of them are really great. I'm going to be honest with you, but it wouldn't be bad to look into things that hand out rolls constantly. And there's one card that I think it's at the beginning of combat will assign a role to a thing. Assign the role of wizard, you have to pay a generic. I do think that's worth it, potentially.
I don't know, just because only one creature can have one, or each creature can only have one roll at a time. So it's not like we can stack rolls on Pearl-Ear and then make our stuff cost less. So
right. Well, sorry, we're not technically building it quite yet, but just look at this. It's the Spellbook Vendor. It's a generic and a white. Vigilance. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 1. When you do, create a sorcerer roll token attached to target creature you control. It attacks, it gets scry 1, and it also gets +1/+1 for the enchantment. I just like the idea of being able to assign rolls. This way we could sort of spread the load. As fun as I think Voltron is, its downfall is the fact that if that one thing goes away, it's bad news. So we're able to attach these roles to a target creature. It could be the human peasant, if I'm not mistaken. But this can help us assign roles. And it's situational and it's optional. But it's also not a do nothing, provided you do this main phase 1. Yes, it's 3 CMC to do this, but I kind of like it. I think the scry one is also valuable if we're, not effectively getting draw. And we probably want to go sideways with this deck anyway, so I do think the scry on multiple creatures could be valuable. I don't know how wide we actively go. You're right, though. I think we're going to use stacks, and I think a lot of that is going to be hate bears. So if we're leveraging our hate bears as also a utility, I don't know. I think this is going to lend to that snowball effect. Although this is the only one I'll say that I'm personally interested in. Do I wish that it were the royal roll token instead that gives ward 1? Of course. But no, it's not as useful, I'll say. Scry 1 is fine, but obviously having ward on all of our... Imagine just handing out ward tokens to your Eidolon of Rhetoric, to your, name a hate bear. And it's like that much more tedious.
Here's a ward counter.
Yeah, well, who even gives a shit about the +1/+1? You're like, it's ward 1, sorry, deal with it. Sorry, guys, I'm going to check your comments and then we can officially start this one.
Greater Ormancy is probably a no, because it's great to give our enchantment shroud, but giving our enchanted creatures shroud makes our deck nearly unplayable. In fact, Greater Ormancy is the best way to counter a Pearl-Ear deck.
So no, Will?
Yeah, we're not doing it.
I like Spellbook Vendor. Okay, look, I'm gonna put Spellbook Vendor in the deck in the deck, and then we can decide to cut it if we want to cut it later, just because it's on my mind. But on that note, I think it is time to officially start. Well, hey, welcome to Local Game Group. I'm your host, Patrick Marlette, and this is co-host Will. Hey, Will.
Sup?
Let's enjoy our weekend by starting off with our main course, a side of Pear Bear with a full derriere. So we're on the list now. I'm over in the deck editor here on Tapped Out. This list is also in the description, so if you want to follow along and see where it's at with us live, you can do that. Also, if you are attending and watching this live, what I'll encourage you to do is leave it with a like. It does go a long way. But also, put your 2 cents in the slot machine. There's no hole. anywhere for you to do that. Maybe there is, but don't stick pennies down there. Go ahead and let us know what you would like to include in this list, or any thoughts or ideas you have so far as combos, finishers, playlines, yada yada yada. CDH, mono white. Let's go. All right, Will, where do you want to start? Also, I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut our land base. Our land base is not. Ignore the land base. It's 27 lands. It was built off of a separate land base. We're not even certain we want Ancient Tomb in here. We'll get to the land base last.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, it's the least fun.
But I think we probably want to start off with.
I'll put your Smothering Tithe. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Smothering Tithe should probably be in. Yeah. But I think we probably start off using our protection auras. We're either starting with the protection or the cantrips.
I mean, how about this? How about I just do a look for aura? I'm actually going to do something a little differently here. There's all that glitters that Will was referring to earlier. If you've never seen this, if I'm not mistaken, it came out in Eldraine, Throne of Eldraine, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
But it's a generic and a white, so it's practically going to be a white when you get to it. Because you're not trying to slam this with nothing on the board. But enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact or enchantment you control. Obviously, this is very good in a list that's trying to mainline a lot of that shit. So all that glitters is going to go right into the deck. I think it makes a whole lot of sense. It could be a potential finisher. Again, you only need to do 21 damage. But I kind of want to start at the top end of the... What? Descending. Wait. I'm trying to look at auras from their mana cost. Excuse me. That's why.
It may be ascending instead of descending.
No, I just didn't hit mana value. I just want to see what the top end of the aura range looks like. And I know there's probably not that much, but I just want to see, and then we can go back to the low end and add all the utilities that we know we'll need. I'm going to just add Flickering Ward right now, though. Indeed, I know we want to include that. I didn't realize it was an enchantment fox. It itself isn't an enchantment, I don't think. Should turn Will's balls into Palantir. What? 100 points to know the reference. Spirit Mantle. Spirit Mantle, you say. We can look at Spirit Mantle in a second. Hyena Umbra. That's something that'll go back to our hand, if I'm not mistaken. There's a cool Mantle of Ancients combo you could do with the Boonweaver. You want to do that, Will? Self-mill, and Mantle of the Ancients.
I'm not sure if we do Boonweaver stuff.
No, I don't think we're doing that. Is the
Mantle of the Ancients is pretty good, though.
Did you want Eldrazi Conscription, Will? Did you want to minimally put it in the list?
I feel like it's better to just do the things that say +1/+1 for every aura we control to some extent.
Okay. I'm going to put it on the sideboard for now, because I know people are going to mention it. But yeah. Explain.
I think the reason why stuff like All That Glitters is better than Eldrazi Conscription is if we hit 2 of those effects, Pearl-Ear is attack to remove a player from the game. So our main goal should just be hit 2 of those effects. Eldrazi Conscription is kind of another one of those effects, so it probably does go in the end. But... I feel like it's the kind of the worst of all the effects because we have to have like around 8 auras in play for it to really be playable.
Well,
but with the other ones, we just need like 2. What
about Debtor's Pulpit?
The crap?
Enchantland, I know. Enchantland has tap target creature. I kind of like it. If it said tap target permanent, I'd be on board, but like that's just not doing enough. It's pretty cool though. Let's see here. Protection from all colors. This effect doesn't remove the aura. Spectral Ward's kind of cool.
Spectral Ward is only bad because it's basically hexproof.
Yeah. Might be a lightning rod.
It's basically Shroud. Hexproof is good for the deck.
I do not disagree, sir. Totem Armor, if this is another Totem Armor. Anything that says Umbra. 3/3 and Vigilance?
I think the best thing that we can probably have in the deck is Sage's Reverie.
Sage's Reverie?
So Sage's Reverie is 3 and a white for an enchantment aura that says enchant creature. When this enters the battlefield, draw a card for each aura you control that's attached to a creature, and the enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura you control. So this is one white, draw like 5 and give a creature +5/+5, or draw like 8 and give a creature +8/+8.
I like that. Speaking of lightning rods, Storm, enchanted creature you don't control. I know, but it's going to be technically 1 mana potentially when we get there. But captured by the consulate, Spotlight Story 2 of 5. Shout out, Kaladesh. Enchanted creature can't attack, so that's right. Fuck you, Timna. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if it has a single target, change the target to enchanted creature if able. I kind of really like this, Will. I know it's expensive. I kind of really like captured by the consulate, though.
Yeah, because it messes with a good amount of combos. The only issue that I have is it makes it so no one can use target removal, period, until that thing is dead.
If we're doing our job well enough, I don't think we'll care. I get what you're saying, though. How funny would it be if you hit the Tivit with this? You're like, yeah, everyone has to deal with the Tivit now.
We paid the ward cost so that all of you have to pay the ward cost infinitely more.
I'm gonna put captured by the consulate in there. I do think that it's good enough. I understand what you're saying, though. Maybe it'll bite us in the ass.
Yeah,
but it's kind of like
not a bad card though. It's interesting. It's tech.
Ooh, how about Armored Ascension, Will? Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each planes you control and has flying. Flying Fox.
I'd rather just play what is it? I'd rather play the Angelic Gift, which is just 1 and a white enchanted creature gets flying, also draw a card ETB.
No, it's probably better. Curse of Exhaustion, Will? No, it's double white. It's not good enough.
More pips for Nykthos. More pips for Nykthos.
That's true. No, you're right. You are right. Enchant Planeswalker? What?
I don't think we're enchanting any Planeswalkers.
No, I don't think so either. Darksteel Mutation. I'm going to start at the bottom of the list here for some easy protection effects, like the Scarabs. Will, do we use any of the wards?
We probably use most of the wards, if I'm being honest. Just giving protection is good enough.
Right, so there's Artifact Ward, which is maybe not great, but the other wards are decent. The ones that have valuable effects, like Black Ward, Blue Ward. I forget what the Scarabs do. Are they also protection?
I think they're also protection.
Creatures can't be blocked by blue creatures. Nah, it's like evasion, and then +2/+2 as long as an opponent controls a blue permanent. Alright, so it's like a minor buff. I say minor. There will be an opponent that controls, X permanent, so it's not that bad. It does feel weird slamming stuff like these wards in our deck, but I don't disagree with you, Will. Is it just Black Ward and Blue Ward, though? Are those the only ones? I guess in this color, maybe these are the only ones. Or we haven't gone to the other ones.
I don't know. I don't know all the ward information off the top of my head.
That's fine. I'm going to add them because it's a quick way to draw a card as well, but that's fine for now.
We probably add each ward except for the white ward for obvious reasons.
Yeah, it's important to note, guys, that we are not drawing unless we target a modified permanent we control. Just want to reiterate that. So we are going to lean more heavily towards auras that are going to hit our own things. I just thought the captured card was kind of funny, and I still do. Flag Bearer is another one of those effects, isn't it? If an opponent plays a spell or ability that could target a Flag Bearer in play, that player chooses at least one Flag Bearer as the target. Enchanted creature you control. Enchanted creature is a Flag Bearer type. Do you like Coalition Flag, Will? This is sort of a deflection effect. I honestly really like it.
I mean, it's just going to make it so that it always has to target light or Peal-Ear, right?
It's asymmetrical, and we put it on something else.
Fair enough. It's not. It's another interesting one. I don't really like it though.
Oh, I love it. What depends on what you're putting it on. Put it on something that, like, when it takes damage or it becomes the target of a spell or ability, it does some shit. Can you think what is like the creature for that? What wants to be targeted, Will? I'm sure there's
anything with ward.
true. I mean, but there's got to be some. If wait. How does this read? While an opponent is choosing targets as part of the casting of a spell they control or an activated ability they control, that player must choose at least one flag bearer on the battlefield if able. I was like, what if it was on something with hexproof? Can they just not? But no, that's not how that reads. Cartouche, my friend. Would you like a cartouche?
Gazoon tight.
Yeah. Consecrate land. Make our lands indestructible.
Nah.
Okay. It's actually doubly bad because it can't be enchanted by other auras. So you're never going to draw. Enchanted creature can't attack or block, blah. Okay. Aura of silence. Okay. Guys, if there's any auras that are really calling out to you, please stop me at any moment. I know we said Hyena Umbra. After I get past this page, I'm going to look up Hyena Umbra, but if there's anything else, let me know. Ethereal Armor, Will?
Isn't Ethereal? I can't remember what it does off the top of my head. I'm waiting for the screen.
Oh, it's a buff. It's a buff for enchantments. +1/+1 for each enchantment. Lady
Ethereal
Pearl
Armor. Oh yeah. I was looking at Ethereal Armor earlier. Yeah, it's probably good enough. Yeah, but let's add Divine Intervention. It's a 6 white, and it basically says if the game is taken longer than 2 turns after you play this, it ends in a draw.
You serious? Do you want to do that?
No.
I put it in. I'll sideboard it.
No,
I'll sideboard it. You never know. Green Scarab, Will. Green Ward, yes. Green Ward. Ooh, all these old cards that no one thought you'd play. What do you think about Detainment Spell? We did just pass it, so I'll take a gander. Enchanted creatures' activated abilities can't be played. So this is actually quite good against things like Kinnan or things like Thrasios. The list goes on. You may pay a generic and a white, attach Detainment Spell to target creature. So it's a little weird, but you could technically attach this to one of your things to modify it, then attach another aura to get the draw, and then move this to something else. You have free will, though, over this effect. You can do this whenever you want. Will has free will over it. Say
Indeed.
if he were to cast it. I like it enough. I don't think we need it though.
Yeah, I would like Detainment Spell better if it was 1 and a white and its bounce cost was 1. Like a 1 white.
What's the Guilty Conscience combo? Is that with the Stuffy Doll?
Probably. I think so. I need to be refreshed on what Guilty Conscience does.
Because right now, guys, we don't really have any finishers baked into this deck outside of beating people.
Yeah, it's Stuffy Doll.
Although we could do the armor, by the way, pre-war formal wear, lean and relic border thing.
Yep, and we just do Basalt Monolith Mesmeric Orb.
Wait. We'll get to it when we get to it. Move it by the force of will. Yeah, exactly. Guild Scorn Ward. Creature has protection from multicolor. Somehow this isn't as good as just the standard wards.
Yeah.
So sad. +1/+1 and first strike for Hyena Umbra. That's fine.
It's probably fine. I would be more comfortable in using the things that give like a slight buff and draw cards.
Shit,
though.
Dude. Mask of Law and Grace. Enchanted creature gains protection from black and protection from red.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm so excited over this.
We have so many different dumb protection things that we can do. I think the whole deck is just going to kind of devolve into protection auras, cantrip auras, and then the buff auras.
Have we seen any? The cartouche is a cantrip aura, right? Crazy.
I can't remember, but I think there's only one cartouche in white. Every color has one cartouche.
I don't like the cartouche.
Fair enough.
Songbird's Blessing is really good. Is this like a tie-in with Cyberpunk that I'm not aware of? Anyone get that? Anyone? No. Enchanted creature can attack. You should play Cyberpunk. It's actually really good. Creatures enchanted player controls enter the battlefield tapped. Mm-hmm. Exile 2 other cards from your graveyard. Escape on Sentinel Eyes. Huh.
I think we can just look through some cantrips now.
Well, here, Red Ward. Once I get through all of the 1-cost auras, I think I'll be, like, satisfied.
Do we need 1-cost auras?
Yes, because enchant creature has protection from green and blue. Will Shield of Duty and Reason. Did you know about that one?
Yes.
No, you didn't. Get the fuck out of here.
I've looked up all of the protection ones before, so I do know.
If you have the list, let me know. But do we have a full cycle of shields and masks that do this?
No. I don't think we ever got a full cycle.
You think Wizards is gonna waste their time on that shit? Unless it's gonna make money. Probably not. No. Swift reconfig. All right, well, give me the wards that you want to just suckle on as a baby fox.
All right. So you just want all of the protection things? So you already got duty and reason.
Do you want angelic gift? Just draw a card and give flying?
Yeah, I think it's good. Like literally any of the things that say pay a pip, draw a card, and then draw a card are probably going to be really good for the deck.
It's generic and a white, technically. But...
It's going to be 1 white. It's almost always going to be 1 white.
God, I hope so. We don't have that many 1-cost auras, bruh.
It'll be pips. Like, the first one will cost some aura, and then there's some mana, and the rest are just going to be, oh, look, nothing.
Someone was saying Darksteel Mutation. It would be 1 white to play, technically. In a perfect world. Ooh, Crown of Awe? Stop. There's more, Will. Protection from black and from red. Sacrifice Crown of Awe. Enchanted creature or other creatures that share a creature type with it gain protection from black and red until end of turn. Honor. Guide my step. Ooh, and you can get it in foil. Sold. All right. Okay, Will, if you've got the list, hit me up. I could do this all day, really.
I think that's all of them. I think Crown of All was the one that we were missing because we got the single protections. I think that they only made the 2 double protections.
The shield and the mask?
Yeah. I don't think that they made any other double protections outside of the one that you just said as well, but that's the 2-mana one.
Mm-hmm. Daybreak Coronet. I might have passed Daybreak Coronet. Once I get past all of the 2-cost ones, I'll move on with life. If you control planes, you may tap an untapped creature you control instead of paying Lash Knife's mana cost. Gain first strike. Bruh.
It is a free draw.
Wait.
I don't think a free draw is worth too much in CEDH.
Whoa. It's a combat trick, Will. You're reading this wrong. Wait, never mind.
First strike is irrelevant.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have flash. I don't know why I thought I had flash. You don't want a free draw, but it's a free draw on top of an additional draw. Will, it's a free draw too.
Wait, does it draw a card?
If you cast it on a modified creature, yes.
Yeah, but that's the 1 card draw. It doesn't draw 2.
It will. Oh, never mind. Fuck it. You're right.
yeah.
Looks mid. Unquestioned authority. Yeah, it's pretty mid.
It's mid.
It is mid. Like the new Seedborn Muse. Like every Seedborn Muse. Stop kidding yourself.
I love it. Like every single time someone brought up Seedborn Muse, I've been like, it's mid, except for like 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
There's very few decks where it's not mid.
Hey, Nibiru. What's up?
Now the question is, which new Seedborn Muse are you talking about? Because we got the one from the Secret Lair that got spoiled recently.
At the beginning of combat, on enchanted opponent's turn, that player must pay 1 for each artifact they control. If they don't, creatures can't attack this combat.
Oh, you're talking about over encumbered?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, just do that to the Godo player, or do that to the any player who cares about combat.
We don't need to prevent them from attacking. If we do that, we're doing what is it? Detention sphere? Not detention sphere. Shield sphere. Your opponent has to pay for every single enchantment you control to attack you.
I like that too. Shields. I think I know the art.
Yeah, I think it's Shield Sphere. But we also have a unquestioned authority. It is 2 and a white for enchant a creature, draw a card. Enchanted creature has protection from creatures.
I like it enough.
Yeah, we already got a Sage's Reverie. We already got Angelic Gift. We have
Protection from the colors of permanents you control.
no, we don't want to give protection from white. Protection from white is the worst thing we can give. We have Pentarch Ward or Pentarch Ward. 2 and a white, enchant creature. As this enters, choose a color. ETB, draw a card. An enchanted creature has protection from the chosen color. This effect won't remove this aura.
Hmm.
So that's just there as a 1 white, give protection from whatever color looks dangerous, which is probably going to be black most of the time.
Which I put it in the deck, Pentarch Ward.
Yeah.
Have you seen Relic Ward?
Is it of the Leonin variety?
Damn it, it's an enchant artifact. Enchanted artifact cannot be the target of spells or effects. You may choose to play it at instant speed if you do bury it at the end of the turn. Sadly,
that would be really good if that could target creatures.
Right. Whenever you cast aura that targets a modified permanent you control. So it could technically be non-creatures. I just want to reiterate. It's just that it's not happening. Relic Ward's not happening. I would really love it if it did, but no. I would love for this card to be useful, but it's not, and I'm sorry. Daybreak Coronet. I'm sorry. I'm going to look up Daybreak Coronet for you guys.
We can also do a Chosen by Heliod, which is just 1 and a white enchanted creature gets +1/+0 ETB draw card.
What was it again? I'm sorry?
Heliod's Chosen by Heliod. My bad.
I want to be chosen by Heliod. Is that a good thing? Daybreak Coronet. We have 2 of the 3 keywords here. Crypt creature with another aura on it gets +3/+3 first strike, vigilance, and lifelink. I think there's probably better, sadly.
Yeah, we want evasion. Mm-hmm. We want evasion or protection. Those are like the 2 keywords that we really care about. And first strike is primarily irrelevant because after we get past 5 toughness, we probably shouldn't be dying to anything. Also, last cantrip aura we're going to probably add is a Ritual of Steel. It is literally chosen by Heliod, except it costs 1 more and you draw on the next upkeep instead of ETB draw.
Use Commander's Plate.
I'll
put it in the deck for now.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's protection from literally everything but white. I'm not against that. That's cool.
I'm not against it either. I mean, it's technically better than any of our wards.
I'm sorry, does Commander's Plate draw us cards, Patrick?
And it will help us draw cards by modifying a creature. How about that shit?
For shame.
No. Bro, Strength of Isolation. It has Madness, but get this. Enchanted creature gets +1/+2 and protection from black.
I
like it, okay? I'm really adding all the dumb shit. Just ignore me, please. There's another enchant artifact. Wait. Stasis Cocoon. If enchanted artifact is a creature, it can't attack or block. Moving on. Tenuous Truce. No, we don't want that.
Yeah, we already got all the glitters, Ethereal Armor, Mantle of the Ancients, Sage's Reverie.
Will. It's always going to be double white.
What is?
Ward of Lights. The Ward of Lights. You may choose to play Ward of Lights as an instant. If you do, bury it at the end of turn. Combat trick. Enchanted creature gains protection from a color of your choice. The protection granted by Ward of Light does not bury Ward of Light. It's an aura. It's double white, though. It's kind of cool.
It's not too bad. It is still like a straight up draw card if we need it, and we can do it at instant speed, so I don't hate it.
It's borderline, but it's double white. Are there colorless ones? Are there colorless auras?
Not really. It's pretty much just what you've already seen. It's
Eldrazi's
just the
conscription?
Eldrazi. Yeah.
God. That's fine. Here, we're gonna keep looking, guys. No, okay, wait, how far do we go down this rabbit hole? How many pages are there? That's the real question. How many cards? We're 180 of 258. Mithril Coat. I don't know. Will, did you look over every aura in the game for white?
I have not yet. I'm looking over the major ones.
Shit,
Uh,
do we want to give Pearl-Ear banding?
don't worry, we'll make our opponents scoop out of pure confusion.
I think that's the goal. I think that's a side. That is probably how we win the game.
It's really funny because banding does nothing if you have just one creature in play.
We're gonna have more.
Also, Idolize should probably go in the deck. It's whenever
one?
this creature, it's an aura that just says whenever this creature attacks alone, it gets +X/+X, where X is the number of non-land permanents you control. It's all that glitters, but you can only attack with one creature.
What is the name again? I'm sorry.
Idolize. It's from the Fallout set.
Oh, is it an original card from that set?
Yep.
Okay. Banding
It's
and
just
planking.
another / better all that glitters.
Songbird's amazing. Scott, I'll look it up in a second. That actually sounds really good. Thank you for Idolize, though. Sacrifice Floating Shield. Target creature gains protection from the chosen color until end of turn. It's 2 generic and a white for Floating Shield. Floating Shield comes in, choose a color. Enchanted creature has protection from the chosen color. This effect doesn't remove Floating Shield, and you can sack it to gain protection from another color. Floating Shield's legit. Floating Shield is sick as fuck. How did I not know about this card? Dude, even the art is sick. Keith Garlitz. Good job. This is a sick card. That's playable in my book. And by the way, Torment has some good foils. Really, we're going for the aesthetic. Again, if I bought this, I bought the Sarah's Sanctum. I'm very serious right now. I want to make a good Pearl-Ear, Will.
Songbird's Blessing, by the way, is 3 and a white for an aura that says whenever the enchanted creature attacks, reveal cards from the top of your library till you reveal an aura. You may put it onto the battlefield. If you don't, put it into your hand and put the rest of the cards on the bottom of your library in a random order. Basically, Songbirds is going to say, flip till we hit an aura, choose to put it into hand, cast it for 1 pip, and then enchant Pearl-Ear and draw a card. So it's going to be kind of an additional draw every turn, kind of an extra tutor every turn. I think it's a little slow, only because we're probably killing people faster than that. Because I think our game plan is get Pearl-Ear out turn 1 or 2, then you just go aura. Pearl-Ear's built up. The next turn, aura out again, swing, try to kill somebody.
I agree.
Here we probably also want to add the general stacks pieces like Duranith, Aven Mind Sensor, and all of them.
Yeah. Here, wait. We're gonna do that in just a second. Do you think we're gonna have a lot of creatures, Will?
Not a ton.
You're not gonna hope against hope.
We're probably not adding more than 8, if I would guess.
Would you cast Hobble on your own creature, Will?
I am not sure. Give me a second.
Draw 2.
And just draw. The question is, would we put it on one of our modified creatures? And I think the answer is probably no.
No, probably not. Pariah, all damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to enchanted creature instead. It's kind of sick.
Also, can I just say, enchanted creature can't attack and it can't block if it's black. What are you implying, wizards? I don't like the way they said black on this card.
I know, it kind of struck me as odd, but I don't want to talk about it. Well, God. Stop. SRAM in the list? He is now, Nibiru.
Yeah.
I put SRAM in the deck. I think it's just a good body to like hit up with spells.
We can also probably add that 1 white enchantress thing.
I think I can add Light Paws in the deck. I think it will technically...
Yes, we 100% add Light Paws into the deck.
I think it's technically illegal now, but whatever.
It's fine.
You guys get it. Shielded by Faith. Any combos for Shielded by Faith here? Probably not. Core Spirit Dancer, Mono White, Catilda, and Hollowed. So Catilda, Dawnheart Martyr. Catilda says, Flying Lifelink, Protection from Vampires. Catilda, power and toughness are equal to the number of permanents you control that are spirits and or enchantments. Disturb 3 and double white. Enchant creature. It has flying, lifelink, and protection from vampires. Gets +X, or its number of spirits and enchantments you control would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Thoughts on Catilda's Dawnheart Martyr?
Interesting question. Does the disturb cost get reduced? Because if it only counts the front side, it's not an enchantment, so it would be reduced by Lightpaw. But if it's casting it to the backside,
yeah, no. I get. You may cast this card from your graveyard transformed for its disturb cost.
Okay, so it sounds like it's saying we're casting the enchantment.
Well, yeah. I mean, that mana value is associated with this part of the card, right? So I would assume it's reduced because it does reduce other. It will cost reduce other. I was looking into this. Other things that you would cast from anywhere else, it would cost reduce them. So technically,
well, the question isn't would it cost reduce things from graveyard. It's, are we casting the legendary enchantment or are we casting the legendary creature, which then will transform.
Right.
Yeah. I think there's probably a ruling on it on Scryfall, but I'm willing to bet that it will reduce it. Also, Mesa Enchantress should probably go in their deck. It's just another SRAM.
Do we like Catilda Dawnheart Martyr?
Flying and another buff thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sigarda's Aid's good. It's the one that gives flash to enchantments and artifacts, or auras and artifacts. I don't know if we need it here, though. I'm sorry, I'm literally just going through all the auras. I want to make sure I don't miss anything, but again, guys, if there's nothing else to see, let me know. Will, you think you want to move on?
Well, did you add Mesa Enchantress?
I did. Here, let me save out so we can look at the deck in totality.
Core Spirit Dancer. We should probably have Core Spirit Dancer. Core Spirit Dancer is a 2-mana 0/2 that says, this has +2/+2 for each aura attached to it. Also, whenever you cast an aura, you may draw a card.
Let me look up aura-specific cards, Core Spirit Dancer. Before we get to all of the other good that's going to be in this deck, because it is essentially an aura deck, let's just look up things that care about auras, and there can't be that many. Yeah.
Okay, well, Patrick, do we want to go full Joyra and run Scarab of the Unseen? 2 mana for an artifact, tap it, sacrifice it, return all auras attached to target permanent you own to their owner's hands, draw a card at the beginning of the next upkeep. Just bounce all of our auras, replay all of our auras, and draw a bunch more cards.
Are you asking me if I want mono white Joyra?
Yes. I mean, granted, you already kind of have that with Oswald, so...
The answer is... yes. I think I do. Scarab of the Unseen's actually kind of sick here. Did someone suggest that, or did you find that?
I found it, but I don't know how I feel about it, because... yes, it can do Joyra things, but the issue is we're paying 1 mana per card, so I don't know if we can do aura things.
Because the difference being Joyra's casting 0-cost artifacts, like it's not a big deal. And those artifacts are also ramping at the same time, so it's all good. But, I mean, I'm going to put it in the list for now, just because I think it's funny. I do think it's probably going to get sidelined, but, you know. Aura spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Hero of Ioris, whatever. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a state...
I'd like to point out the little banter we have in chat. Scott says Sigarda's Aid. Nibiru says Sigarda's Mid. Scott says strongly disagree.
Where do you stand, Will?
Sigarda's is interesting. I kind of do agree Sigarda's is a bit mid. Like, there could definitely be an argument for it, but I feel like giving flash to them is not necessary.
It
It
depends
does
on the
open
list.
the fact that Sigarda's 8 is an enchantment is what makes it playable, so I'm fine with it. I think I'm fine with it.
In the list?
Yeah.
I didn't add it yet. We could though.
We can hold off on it if we want. We can add it if we want. It's not gonna change much.
Damn well.
Yeah, I said it. I said it. Said it because I can.
Aura of
Today I don't feel
Silence.
like doing anything.
Sage's Reverie is in currently.
Do we have Open the Armory?
I just added it.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably good to include, considering that we have some auras that just say like, "Oh yeah, draw 8 cards."
Sage's Referee is definitely not mid. Don't know why I'm losing my voice. Sorry, guys.
It's from shouting at people during your commute.
Yes, dude. I was under a helmet. No one's hearing me. Could you control +1 for each aura? You control Eidolon of Countless Battles.
Heliod's Pilgrim, ETB, Tutor, and Aura.
Heliod's Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Did we add that yet?
Nope.
Flicker form I've been avoiding talking about. No, it's fine. It's I don't think we need it though.
Moon Blessed Cleric. It's Enlightened Tutor, but only for an enchantment.
Yeah, I know it.
I think that we can run a Moon Blessed Cleric, Idyllic Tutor, and Enlightened Tutor just because we can easily cantrip into whatever we look for.
Idyllic Tutor. Enlightened Tutor. And then Moon Blessed Cleric. Is that one word?
Moon dash Blessed Space Cleric.
Well, it doesn't want to find it. There we go. Flicker forms 3 CMC, right? I'm not seeing it. We can look it up in a second, though. Enters the battlefield, you may return an aura equipment card from your graveyard to your hand. Ironclad
Flicker
Slayer.
form is 2 CMC. It's 1 and a white, and it's a flicker for 2 and white.
How about one last job, Will?
Let me check that.
It's very costly.
I see one last job, and it's reanimate an aura for 4. Isn't there a Lord of the Rings card that does that a little bit better? Hold on.
And shit, Umbra Mystic's kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. Auras attached to permanents you control have totem armor. Huh.
I mean,
It's kind of cool. It's not that good, though. I'm not sure.
how does totem armor work when it's stacked? Do you crack all of them, or do you crack one?
Wait. If an enchanted permanent you control would be destroyed, instead remove all damage and destroy an aura attached to it. I don't know.
Hold up, I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know, Will. Are there any enchantments that have X in the cost,
Lord,
by the way?
give me a second. I have to go into the freaking tank to read all of this.
No, you're good. You're good. Sorry, there's so much stuff to look at. Angelic Gift too. Songbird's Blessing. Sorry, this is the one I've never looked at. Enchanted creature attacks reveal the top. I like Songbird's Blessing, by the way. Destroy an aura. Will, I think the audience is answering your question.
Yeah, it's one of them is destroyed instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's the specific ruling is if a permanent you control enchanted with multiple auras that have totem armor and the enchanted permanent would be destroyed, one of those auras is destroyed instead, but only one of them. You choose which one because you control the enchanted permanent. Okay, so yes, we stack totem armor, if we do the whatever you're talking about, the totem person, Light Paws is going to have like 13 different types of immunity.
Will, would you like to dream 3 dreams with me?
Is that the tutor 3 ores? Yeah, it's tutor 3 ores.
You like it?
It's put him in hand.
I
I
know,
looked at
I
that
know,
initially,
I know,
like
I know.
maybe not, but honestly,
Sarah
if we
Sanctum,
make
baby.
bulk mana like Sarah Sanctum or
Shrine.
Nykthos
Yeah.
or Smothering Tithe, then we just go the draw 8 enchantment and then 2 other decent things and we're Gucci.
Are we
That's
seriously considering it?
potentially. I mean, it is like, okay, so what do we grab?
For if you had 3 dreams, Will, if every
Yeah,
night
if
you had
I
at
had
least
3
3
dreams,
dreams.
it would probably be the draw a crap ton
Right.
thing.
Draw a crap ton thing, okay.
And probably like another buff and another protection thing, and that's probably what we get. That's at least a consider card.
Yeah, I could see that. The white medallion has big value here. The white medallion. I put 3 dreams on the sideboard. Which white medallion? I'm sorry. Like the cost reducing white medallion?
Oh, yeah, Pearl Medallion. Does Pearl Medallion do anything for us? Because
Damn,
everything
we got
is
a pearl
reduced
in the
down to
command
everything?
zone? You're saying we got a pearl in the command zone?
Yeah.
I don't disagree. But I don't not agree.
Yeah, we have Pearl Medallion on steroids in the command zone because most of our stuff is going to be reduced down to just the pips anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that aren't reduced to pips, we've like Ancient Tomb to pay for, and probably Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, all of them. Do we? Yeah, we still run Soul Ring and Mana Crypt because it helps us ramp into Pearl-Ear better.
Do you like Scholar of New Horizons, Will?
What does it do?
He enters with a +1/+1 counter. He can remove counters. He can remove counters from permanents you control to search your library for a plains card. Reveal it.
Interesting, but nah.
I know, it's ramp. It's not that good. This is like a storm deck. It is like a storm deck.
Yeah. It's Snowball, not Storm, because Storm's concept is that you win the game by playing cards, allowing you to play more cards, allowing you to play more cards into an immediate win. This is Snowball, where it's Storm, but over a couple turns. Dang, if only Stoneforge Mystic could find an aura.
Yeah, is there a Heartforge Mystic?
No, we technically we do already have Heartforge Mystic. It's just the Heliod's Pilgrim.
Oh, that's not as cool. I am looking for any enchantments with X in their cost that are really good.
Are there enchantments with X in their cost?
I don't know, Will. Are there? Let's find out. I'm looking up enchantments that draw, by the way, because they're cost reduced. Wait, are you saying we don't win? No, we win. Someday. Will. Celestial Convergence? I'm lying. Don't look it up. I don't know what it does. Don't worry. Oh, I should.
All right. I'll believe you.
I mean, I don't know that it doesn't do anything, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't do anything for us. All right, Divine Intervention's going on the sideboard as well.
All right. So here's an X enchantment for you, Patrick. March of the is this Conquistadors?
Maybe.
Oh no, March of the Canonized. Why the frick? March of the Canonized. X white for an enchantment. When this enters the battlefield, you create X/1/1 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink. At the beginning of your upkeep, if your devotion to white and black is 7 or greater, you create a 4/3 white-black vampire demon with flying, and yeah. Next is Soul Echo, X white for an enchantment that enters the battlefield with X echo counters on it. You do not lose the game. You don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this if there are no echo counters on it. Otherwise, target opponent may choose... Okay, so there's just pseudo gain life. Yeah, that's a thing. I'm currently just going through every potential pay white into X option to see if there's any white enchantments that do things.
All right, guys and gals, we might be running at the end of our enchantments here. Any other like major enchantments you can think about that we should be running? This goes to everyone because again, our enchantments are cost reduced, so only give me the good ones. Only the good ones. These could be creatures too, honestly.
Hey Patrick, do you want a really fun piece of removal?
Give it to me.
Quarantine Field, XX white for an enchantment that enters with X isolation counters on it. When this enters the battlefield, for each isolation counter on it, exile up to one target non-land permanent an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. So it's a Grasp of Fate on roids, because this is probably exiling, like... This is Grasp of Fate. It's gonna be pay white to exile 3 non-land permanents your opponents control.
Is this the one with like the Eldrazi on it that's getting bound?
It's like a Hedron with a bubble around it and a couple Eldrazi's pounding on the glass like goldfish.
Do we run any rule of law effects?
Probably not, because we're pseudo storm. We're snowball.
Will. Pseudo is storm just pseudo snowball, or is snowball just pseudo storm?
Snowball is pseudo storm. It's the more consistent but much slower version of storm.
Is bestow cost reduced?
Let me remember.
If you cast this for its bestow cost, it's an aura spell with enchant creature. It's
Yes.
already an enchantment spell. So
bestow gets reduced.
Give me those bestow cards, people. I already put one bestow card in here. That was pretty sick. It'll be a surprise.
Eidolon of Countless Battles.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, I figured it would be that one. It's just another one of the thing we want.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good.
I mean, if we want to be cheeky, we have a Hopeful Eidolon, which is 1 white for 1/1. Sorry, not Hopeful Eidolon. Where are you? Yeah, Ghostblade Eidolon, and it's a 1/1 double striker, and you can pay 2 and white to play it as a creature, or 5 and white to play it as a bestow.
I'm looking at all the bestowers now. I'm just shortcutting it. I didn't see Arraignment, but if Arraignment's a good card, let me know.
Also, I'm going to use the bathroom. I'll be back.
Oh my god. That's okay. You're good. Okay, so here are all the bestowers. Will was suggesting Ghostblade Eidolon for the double strike. I actually don't mind that. Also, what's cool is that these are also cost reduced buy and buy just because they're enchantment creatures. Tell me we're playing Blind Obedience. We are now. We're not making infinite mana or anything. Are we making infinite mana? Is there a way to untap our Sarah Sanctum? If there's a way to untap a Sarah Sanctum, maybe we do make infinite mana. I don't know what that looks like, but it'd be pretty dope. I just want to see what these things do. None of these are really great. The Ghostblade is kind of cute. The Countless Battles guy is really good. And Flying in First Strike is actually quite good. Tap target creature, untap. Let me just look up untap. Open the Armory is in the deck, correct. You have hexproof. Meh. Angelic Renewal is pretty sweet. Put into your graveyard, you may sacrifice Angelic Renewal. It just brings a creature back. It doesn't bring the auras back, though, sadly. Sanctum Keep, maybe? Sanctum Keep. Open the Armory is in. Correct. Open the Armory is in. Let me look up Sanctum Keep. Sanctum.
Alright, what did I miss?
There's just some suggestions going on. People want Sanctum's Keep, but I don't know if that's a real card. Suppression Field. There are some suggestions of stacks pieces. This is activated abilities cost 2 more to play unless they're mana abilities. So this doesn't stop like treasures, but it'll stop anything else. Blind has black. So Stormtrooper Blind Obedience, because it's in the reminder text, it's actually not considered a black card. I do know that it does suggest you can pay a white or a black for that cost you're referring to. It's considered a white card. Right. Correct. What Grizzly said. Okay, I gotta step away from this. It's been a long day. This is too much. This is too many enchantments. Will, if there are any other core enchantments you can think of, I think we've got like a healthy lot of enchantments. This is more enchantments than any other deck I've ever seen, except for maybe Light Pause, I suppose. It's 99% casual right now. We got to fix that. I don't like that. But here's what we have. We've got All That Glitters, Angelic Gift, Aura of Silence, Black Ward, Blind Obedience. There's the Extort we were referring to. Blue Ward, Captured by the Consulate, Chosen by Heliod, Coalition Flag, Crown of All Ethereal Armor, Flickering Ward. We did put Flickering Ward in the list. I was thinking of the other Flickering card. Floating Shield, which is sick as hell. Gift of Immortality. Gift of Immortality is fine. There's actually a, you know what? I did want to add that one aura. I do think it's probably good enough, like late game. Give me 1 second. I mentioned it earlier as a potential combo card. Damn it. I mentioned it earlier as a potential combo card with Boonweaver, but I didn't actually put it in the deck. But it might be good enough, and here's why. So Mantle of the Ancients enters the battlefield, return any number of auras or equipment from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to an enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura and enchantment equipped to it. So why I like Mantle of the Ancients is we can still use this to just recover anything that's been broken throughout the game and bring it back. It could be a good recovery spell for double white. Also, Throne of... Give me 1 second. There is a combo card with this. Dragon Throne of Tarkir. Hear me out, Will. So if we use...
Oh, I'm aware of the things with Dragon Thrones and Tarkir. I use that as a finisher in a lot of my casual decks.
So Mantle of the Ancients. So say we did like Mantle of the Ancients after milling ourselves out, or we just had a lot of auras. Enough to where if we just buffed our army, like any sort of hate bears, +X till the end of turn. Other creatures you control gain trample and +X until the end of turn, where X is this creature's power. So if you use Mantle of the Ancients to bring Dragon Throne of Tarkir back, it's pretty cute. It does feel pretty casual sauce, but it's not bad. I guess you could also just do something with what's the thing, that Myriad that splits your character up? It's not so bad. Need most counter spells. Definitely make sure we have answer to rule of law effects like removal. Yeah.
Dragon Thrones is probably a bit too casual. Mantle of the Ancients, though, is probably fine just using as
cost reduced too.
recursion and Boonweaver like pseudo combo. There, because if we do one of the reanimation auras, like the one that's the slow reanimate with Boonweaver and Mantle of the Ancients, that just gives us a constant recursion of all of our auras, which will be a little bit of drawing, and it'll be potentially just one-shotting somebody with a Boonweaver.
Which is pretty cool.
That's probably fine.
By the way, I've always wanted to do Boonweaver Giant combos. This is a card I've had in my collection for a long time. There just hasn't been a suitable list for it. It's pretty cheeky, though.
The best Boonweaver combos are probably like some cheeky Neoform thing or Reanimator stuff.
Is there not 2 R's on arraignment? What is going on? I don't know how to spell arraignment. I haven't had a file for one. I think I'm spelling it wrong. No, I'm not spelling it wrong. I did want to look it up. Sanctum Prelate is what you're suggesting? All right, let's move on. We need to add... we've got all the tutors that exist in white, I think. I'm going to add the One Ring. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Outside of that, we're going to add Esper Sentinel. Let's just do all the value creatures. Do you want Ranger Captain of Eos in here?
What Pip Boys do? I guess Esper Sentinel. Yeah, Eos is fine. Eos is cool.
I guess you could grab like a Mother of Ruins, Giver of Ruins, that sort of thing too. Just have protection, Skrelv.
I don't think we need those because we already have so much protection. We already have too much protection, Patrick. We
That's
don't need
true.
more.
That is true. As for Sentinel, Ranger, Captain of Eos, Straneth Magistrate.
I had to say that one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got all of the things
Dauntless
for you.
Dismantler, I like. It's a good one.
We could, if we wanted, we could do Containment Priest. We could do 8.5 tails. We could do. Actually, we do not do 8.5 tails. Never mind. I did not say 8.5 tails. We could do Grand Abolisher. We could do Hushbringer because it doesn't actually stop the ETB triggers of our enchantments, and we have cast triggers, so we don't care about Hushbringer.
What is that new Thrall? The Thrall.
Doorkeeper Thrall.
Do we like Doorkeeper Thrall?
Doorkeeper Thrall's pretty cool because it also stops artifact ETBs, so that helps in some weird situations. We can also do Leonin Arbiter because tax is still pretty good. We can do Phyrexian Invoker. We can do. We do not do Spirit of the Labyrinth. We do not do Thalia. We do not do Archon of Mary. We could do Aven Mind Sensor. We do not do Eidolon of Rhetoric. We do not do.
We'll do Lean and Relic Order really quick.
Yeah, we could do Recruiter of the Guard.
No, we definitely do Recruiter of the Guard.
Yeah,
well.
We could do Sanctum Prelate, and then we could do Thalia Heretic Cathar, Alms Collector, Linvala Keeper of Silence.
Heretic Cathar is Little Thalia or Big Thalia?
Big Thalia. It's tapped Thalia, not tax Thalia.
Do you want tax Thalia as well?
I guess so, tax Thalia hurts us, but also we reduce it, so I guess it doesn't really hurt us.
It's you do any pluses, then you do your minuses last.
Correct.
So I think that we can get around the tax effects. Like I don't mind like Thorn of Amethyst is only on non-creature.
Yeah. Thorn of Amethyst is non-creature.
It's Guardian of Throbbins of Amethyst. I don't mind the tax effects. Like I think we can get around them all right. Sphere of Resistance is what you're saying. Sphere of Resistance.
Yeah, tax is actually probably the better way for us to go because as long as we get a couple auras in play, then we just don't care about tax things. So we can do.
Let me just look up cost more really quick.
And Thalia Heretic Cathar?
Guardian of Throbbin.
Guardian of Throbbin.
How funny is that if we use Defense Grid? Not that funny, I guess.
No, we don't like Defense Grid.
I should probably just pull up my Oswald list to grab all of the removal suite, but that's okay. Grab it in a second. Someone suggested Suppression Field. I don't know if I
already have Suppression Field.
Do we add it? Did we add Aven Interrupter yet?
We did not, I don't think. And we 100% run Suppression Field because that card is freaking gross. Whenever you can run it, you should run it. I have a deck that I totally could run it, and I'm not running it. Okay, I need to put that in a deck.
I don't think I added Suppression Field, so I will add it. Danitha Capetian Paragon?
That's a Grand Abolisher, but also goes wide.
Okay, so we like it?
Yeah, it's a 4-mana Grand Abolisher, but still pretty good. Grand Abolisher is another Grand Abolisher.
Grand Abolisher is Grand Abolisher.
Indeed.
Okay, sounds good. That's a lot of cards. We didn't even add fast mana yet, which we'll definitely want to do.
We didn't even add removal yet.
No. Soul Ring, Mana Vaults. I don't know if we need that. Mana
We
Crypts.
do not do Mana Vault. We do not do Mana Vault.
I added it, though. Soul Ring, Mana Crypts, Mox Diamonds, Mox Opal, Mox Pearl.
No.
Can we not? Is that not allowed?
No, I know white is the worst color in EDH, as all the casual players say, but no.
Mox Diamond, Chrome Mox, Mox Opal. Can we use Mox Amber? I think so, with all the draw we've got going on.
Yeah, we can get around it.
Mox Amber, and then we want to use Lotus Petal. Jeweled Lotus would be sick. Any other fast mana you can think of that you want to
add? I think we're good.
Collector's Cage, Will?
Collector's Cage?
Generic and a white, hideaway 5. When this artifact enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library, exile 1 card face down, then put the rest on the bottom of your deck in a random order. Pay 1, tap it, put a 1/1 counter on target creature, modify. Then, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost.
So the drawback of this is we're probably not having 3 creatures in play.
You don't know. We just added a shit ton. Big, Little Thalia, and our commander. Recruiter of the Guard, and do we want to run the Bomberman combo for infinite mana?
No.
I don't think so.
The part of the issue with that is that we have to discard our hand for that combo, so we need to cast some... Actually, no, we literally can't even do... Yeah, there's no good way of doing the Bomberman combo in this deck.
Not really. Not really at all. Pearl Medallion in. Don't need Pearl Medallion. The commander does it already. I mean,
our commander is Pearl Medallion.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not Pearl Medallion for everything. I get it, people.
It's going to be Pearl Medallion for like 1/3 to 1/2 of our deck. It should be fine.
Anointed Peacekeeper, well.
Is that which is Anointed Peacekeeper?
It's not that good. It's not that good. I'm sorry. I even suggested it. Double down on it. It's 2 CMC. Nibiru's high on it. Oh my god. Look, I'm going to put it in, but I'm not sure we keep it. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know if we keep it. It's a discount effect. I get it. Arcane Signet. I'll put in. And Will, is there any other artifact ramp you want? Speak now or forever hold your pieces.
Have we added the 2 CMC stuff already? Arcane, Felwar.
No. I just added Arcane Signet. I didn't add Felwar Stone.
Yeah, we can add Felwar Stone. Most times we'll see at least white in the pod.
At least white, yeah.
At least one white deck in the pod outside of us.
Okay, we're at 104 cards, and we need to add removal. So, Path to Exile, Swords to Plowshares. I've added Soul Partition. Is there any special novelty removal that cares about enchantments?
Something affinity.
I'm gonna add Winds of Abandon, by the way. We do want mass removal. Oh shit, what's that new... Oh, wait. Silence. Orum's Chant. Any of the mass silence effects. What is that new one that just came out? Not Final Showdown. What is the new one? Wait for Final Showdown. Oh, white, spree. All creatures lose all abilities till end of turn. Choose a creature you control. It gains indestructible and until end of turn destroy all creatures. Do you want Final Showdown in the deck, Will?
Yeah, we can get away with that.
That's good, flexible effect. Legendary creatures you control. Legendary creature spells you cast have Convoke. Whenever your commander attacks, create a 1/1 red mercenary token. You don't want that?
No, we don't need that.
Leyline of Dowser. Okay, never mind. I'm just looking at the shit cards I pulled from OTJ. Except for Final Showdown. That one's a good one. Final. It's the final showdown.
Do we run
medallions? Yeah. I'm playing medallions. That's how you know it's CEDH Peal-Ear question mark? Only kind of. Calamity's Wake, maybe? Calamity's Bake, if you know what I mean. I'll look at it. Oh, I'm sorry. Will, Abolish. I think we can run Abolish in this list.
Yeah. We already have Aura of Silence, right?
Oh, were you going to say Calamity's Bake, Grizzly? Aura of Silence? Yeah, Will. Who do you think you're talking to? Huh? Some noob? No, you're right. I added it. You don't need to answer that question, by the way. Intervention Pact? Angel's Grace?
I don't think we need Angel's Grace. It's very situational. Everybody Lives might be a good option just because it's heroic intervention for our commander.
How about Burst of Energy on Sarah's Sanctum?
Untap target permanent. Speaking of lands, we should probably run Deserted Temple, because if we have either of our PIP lands, our high production lands, that becomes really good.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I don't own a copy right now.
Don't worry, they just reprinted it, so you should be able to find one. Actually, yeah, they just reprinted it, so you should
Are you
be able
serious?
to find one for a little bit. Yeah, from Lord of the Rings. So not like just, but like less than a year ago, they reprinted it.
There's a $500 version of this card. Oh, I see why. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's very special. Lord of the Rings, you can pick one up for like $7.
I used to have a foil Odyssey version that I got rid of, but this is equally cool because the Weathertop scene is one of the best. Frodo looks like a complete fucking idiot, but boy does Aragorn look badass in that moment.
What a noob! What a nerd!
Noob. You don't like Burst of Energy, Will? You don't want to untap anything?
I mean, it's either we give our commander vigilance, which our commander probably accidentally gets vigilance with all the keywords that we're slapping on him, or we untap one of our fancy lands.
It's one of my favorite pet cards. We're adding Gladriel's Dismissal, by the way.
Yeah, agreed.
Any other instant speed spells that anyone wants? Guys, give us your best white instant speed spells. And I'm not asking for sorceries. Don't even give me those. No one wants those.
But what about Winds of Abandon, Patrick? Come on. It's a sorcery that you probably want.
Hall of Heliod's Generosity can go in. I don't know if it's in already, but if there is...
It is.
Oh, well, we've got two. Will, what did you just suggest?
But what about Winds of Abandon, Patrick? It's a sorcery, but we probably want it.
I already added it. That's the only sorcery, though, Will. Anything else, you can just shove it. Oh, shit. No one said Reprieve.
I was actually about to say Reprieve.
Well,
I was going to say Reprieve, Heliod's Intervention.
I think someone else said
not.
Heliod's Intervention. No, never mind.
Heliod's Intervention's just
Mana Tithe. Justin's got a really sick... Oh, Null Elemental Blast is on here.
Oh yeah, true. Dude, the crap are we thinking? Null Elemental Blast is crazy.
I'm sorry. Has everyone... Okay, wait. Here, little side note. Has anyone...
Yeah, if anyone has not seen this card, look at it. Look at its glory.
It's a real card. So it is specifically colorless. You have to use colorless. You can't use just generic mana. Yeah. But you've likely got it. So if you can catch people with that, because there is a difference between this mana symbol and like generic mana. Counter target multicolored spell, destroy target multicolored permanent.
Brutal card.
Yo, this is some shit. This is some real shit. That's good. Tasty. Love it. More of that, please. Yeah, we were going to use that. Silencio, por favor. Silencio. I've added silence, yes. Any number of target players each gain life equal to the highest converted mana cost among permanents you control. I don't know about that. Astral Steel? Have you heard about this card, Will?
I have not. I'm just hoping it's not Ass Steel.
No, it's not. Don't worry. Target creature gets +1/+2 until end of turn. Storm.
You lied to me, Patrick.
What do you think that's ass?
Yes.
You don't want storm. Yes. Yes. Don't give me half the ass. I want the whole ass. Target player sacrifices attacking creature, storm, wing shards. That could be a finisher. If you go hard enough, Will, anything could be a finisher.
We're not storm, we're snowball. We're pseudo storm. There's
You know what won't survive a snowstorm? Your enemies, if you use that card, if you astral steal them. I don't, by the way, Storm. Speaking of Storm, I do like the card, but Will has a hold on me. A Surge of Salvation.
Oh, you know what card we probably want to add that you love, Patrick, that for some reason we haven't added yet?
Blacksmith Skill.
No, our Cloudstone Curio we can probably add as well, but Argivian Find is the fun dumb one because it returns an artifact or an enchantment from your graveyard to your hand,
which is actually valuable.
Yeah.
Are there any sort of copy enchantment or steal enchantment effects in white? Seriously? Because I could see us taking or copying a Rhystic Study or something.
No, I don't believe so.
Bovine Intervention?
Bovine Intervention.
Bovine Intervention.
I was quoting Epic the Musical. It was,
I was just singing.
It's God Games.
Swords of Plowshare and Get Lost. Is Get Lost in white?
Give me a second. I'm looking through to see if we can do something with Cloudstone Curio to make infinite mana with Serra Sanctum.
Wait. Cloudstone, Cloudstone Curio. You're looking for an untap effect? Whenever a non-artifact permanent spell from under control may return another permanent. Hell yes, Cloudstone Curio. Fuck, did I find a deck for Cloudstone Curio yet? Please. Please let this be the one. Savine's Wreck. Stop with the good suggestions, would you? All right, guys, I'm gonna step out of the editor here just to look at the list because it's 99% casual. Yes, I see that. This is the most CEDH it's gonna get. Okay. God, Will, we have 123 cards. That is a 6 Soul Ring, by the way. God, they've made so many good copies of that card. Oh, God, Will. Oh, I don't even know what to do with this deck. Oh, we haven't even added 3 Dreams yet. We're not even... Are we even playing Commander if we're not living the dream? 3 of our opponent's dreams. Guys, we've got 29 lands. Okay, let's start here. Let me just start with the lands. I don't know who the hell thought we needed 2 Hall of Heliod's Generosities. That was dumb. But we're not doing that. We're not going to do Ancient Tomb. We're going to stick to 27 lands. I think that's adequate. All right,
yeah, that's probably fine.
Idyllic Tutor. Are we really trying to goozle on this man's finger?
I think Idyllic Tutor is probably good enough only because there are some really good bomb auras that we have in the deck.
It hurts. It hurts, doesn't it?
It's the fact that it's 4 mana. It's 4 mana to do whatever the crap we want to do. Technically 5 mana to do whatever we want to do. We can probably cut it.
Yeah, just 3 mana tutors, even in mono colors, I just feel
the issue is does it tutor to hand or tutor to top of deck?
Bruh. Hand.
Okay, thank God. I was thinking top of deck.
If Idyllic Tutor was top of deck, just get at it. Just rip that shit. That is chaff. Yeah. That is chaff uncommon. Playable.
Yeah, it's better because then that's 4 mana instead of 5 mana. So it's still not great, but it's a little bit more passable by putting it to hand, but
okay, here's what we
just a little bit better.
Here's what we got, lads. For instance, Abolish, Bovine Intervention, Heliod's Intervention, nearly all the interventions in Magic that are in white. Reprieve, Soul Partition, Argivian Find, Blacksmith Skill, a little bit of protection. Enlightened Tutor, Final Showdown, Galadriel's Dismissal, Null Elemental Blast, that's right, get it. Orm's Chant, Path to Exile, Silence, Surge of Salvation, Swords of Plowshare. So a couple protection spells. Heliod's Intervention I'm not that high on.
We can cut Heliod's Intervention and Blacksmith Skill.
I don't think we need that much protection. I do think Surge of Salvation is essential, though. You and permanents you control just gain whatever. Hexproof, la-di-da, get fucked. Yeah. I like it.
The fact that it protects our enchantments specifically is kind of nice. Granted, I don't think we need to protect our enchantments from, what is it, red and black? Oh no, it's just straight up hexproof. Never mind.
So pre-war Formal Wear hits everything in our deck. So I do think it's good. Even if we don't use it for the combo. Holy crap, there's a new Weathered Wayfarer. Why don't I know these things? Why doesn't anyone tell me? Reprieve for 1 mana. Stop with this Pearl Medallion. That's the first thing I'm going to cut. Where's the medallion? All right, Will, we're on artifacts. What do you want to cut? There's the One Ring, Cloudstone Curio, Pre-War Formal Wear, Arcane Signet, Felwar Stone, Pearl Medallion, Scarab of the Unseen. Scarab of the Unseen on the side.
I think we probably cut Pearl Medallion, Pre-War Formal Wear, Scarab of the Unseen, and
you don't want pre-war formal wear? Will, how are we winning the game? Who is winning the game?
Punching people. We're Voltron.
Oh, you're not even trying to snowball anymore, Will.
Yeah, you are.
No.
We're like, yeah, we're just gonna build a massive freaking board and draw a crap ton of cards.
Yeah, but you're like holding it in your hand too long. It's starting to melt. I don't know.
Patrick, I don't think you realize we're holding nothing in hand. We are dumping our hand every turn and drawing a whole new hand. We're Wheel of Fortuning just for ourselves while giving our opponents the middle finger every single turn. That's how the deck's gonna play.
You still want the Shards of Narsil, right? The Thorn of Amethyst.
Yeah, Thor. The tax effects are good.
How about Commander's Plate? Does that still tickle your pink?
We can probably cut it, but it's not bad.
You don't like +3/+3 protection from everything, Will?
Everything but white, Patrick. Come on.
Yeah, but we don't want...
I know.
Put it back, Nibru. Get out of here. You make me put it back. You make me put the Pearl Medallion back.
Commander's Plate's probably still fine, but having to do 4 mana of setup for protection kind of hurts. But I think that we might be able to keep it.
Look, Nibru, I'll make a concession. If there's space, it is the one card I'll put back, okay?
So basically, you're saying you're not going to put it back.
Because we still need to cut 15 cards. You don't know that, Will. All right, creatures.
All right, creatures.
Oh my god, have you seen the new Big Thalia?
We can probably cut Containment Priest. Also, why Danitha?
Why not?
Why Danitha?
Who said? Why are you pointing out my girl Danitha?
Because she does what our commander does, but infinitely
Pearl
worse.
Medallion, Will. It's another Pearl
Medallion. You just cut Pearl Medallion, and now you're trying to keep a worse Pearl Medallion.
No, someone suggested it, and I just wanted to put it in. Okay, look, this is Will discrediting your suggestions, not me. Mason Enchantress.
Mid.
How about Catilda? You think she's mid? Disturb.
Catilda's kind of mid. We already have a bunch of cards that do what Catilda does. Catilda's kind of mid.
Oh god. Safari's okay. Catilda's kind of mid. Okay.
Core's fine. The
Moonblessed Cleric's good. Is there
we can probably cut Leon and Relic Order since we cut the pre-war Formal Wear.
Yeah, probably. Leon and Arbiter though for tutors.
Yeah, I like that just to tell people F off. You wanna have a consistent game plan? Screw you. We're wheeling and dealing. We're top deck central over here.
Okay, audience says that you told me that Danitha was a Grand Abolisher.
Oh, frickin' no, I mixed that up with the other one. That's my bad. Hold up. When somebody said Danitha, I thought they were talking about what's her name.
Bruh, have you seen the SRAM yet? Have you seen this SRAM?
I have not. Give me a second.
No, this one. What is this one? Guys, I swear, I do play the game. I keep up with the cards. We're MTG ambassadors here. How do I miss these things?
I thought Catilda was Myrel. That's what I mixed up Catilda for. Not Catilda, the other one. The Danitha. I thought Danitha was Myrel.
All right, we'll pick 11 more.
Indeed a 6 RAM.
It's so good looking. Phyrexian Revoker can suck a D.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you say? The One Ring?
You could say the One Ring, you could say Urza, you could say a couple different things, but it's like he's a boy, he's in there if you need it. Bro. Why is Spellbook Vendor still in here, Patrick?
Look at Little Thalia. Look at Thick Thalia.
Yeah, the Thalia Garden of the Raven has like a crap ton of different arts. I don't know if you've seen all the arts.
But this one's the best. This is clearly the best. She looks so fucking awesome here.
Well, have you seen them? Because there's like different angles of that shot. I think that's what
One
the other
mana
art part.
SRAM? Get out of here. We don't need one mana SRAMs. We're good. Doorkeeper Thrall, Dauntless Dismantler, Grand Abolisher, Core Spirit Guide, Leonin Arbiter, Light Pause, Light Pause. I don't know why Will decided to put it in twice. I'm just kidding. This one's the commander. This one's the commander.
But yeah, we have a bunch of different arts.
You
for the
don't like
fall,
my
yeah.
spellbook vendor?
No, I don't. I don't see the point of it at all.
Oh, well. You're gonna
It
be,
modifies our
you're
creatures.
gonna be stuck with no enchantments, no auras, and you're gonna wish that Recruiter of the Guard could hit Spellbook Vendor. You're gonna wish. Will.
Okay, Patrick, let's go into that world for a second. I have no auras in hand, and I find a spellbook vendor. What do I do then? I get to scry a tiny bit.
Yeah, it'll help you. Look at this Eldrazi conscription. Holy crap! All the cool art. All right, guys, we're gonna play test this in a second. I swear to God. Mantle of Ancients. Oh shit, that's cool. Neither of us pulled this one. We opened a lot, but we didn't see this. All right, well, it's that time. Cut 9 enchantments. Can you do it?
Give me a second. I'm looking at the Mantle of Ancients. I see.
I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save and continue really quick. Pair Bearer the Derriere, folks. We're almost there. We need to cut 9 cards. I don't think they're all going to be enchantments, but I think a few are going to be enchantments.
Captured by the Consulate can probably go. I like it, but that and Coalition Flag are kind of more fun joke cards than like actual hyper efficient cards.
Actual hyper efficient cards making you redirect your shit to my little flag bearer isn't hyper efficient. I think that's pretty solid. You need to waste removal before you get a removal. I like the Coalition Flag minimally.
My issue is it doesn't just protect your stuff. It's protecting everybody's stuff. Everything is hexproof until something gets burned.
Yeah, I get that. All right. Will just wants to cut all of our auras. I get it.
Gift of Immortality might be able to get cut too.
Whenever enchanted creature dies, return it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm good with that. Will's the one who wanted Ritual of Steel. Let's read this card, why don't we?
Which one was... Did I say I wanted that?
Oh, I didn't add it. Draw a card at the beginning of upkeep on your turn after
Ritual of
Steel comes into play.
It is the worst cantrip that we can have, but it is 1 mana draw 2, even if at a delay. We could probably cut that.
It's been cut.
Okay.
I had to. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. I added it because I'm like, it's another cantrip. It's the worst of all the cantrips, but it's another cantrip.
Is Quarantine Field that good?
I think we could probably cut it. That's what I was about to get to next. It's like 80's debatably better Grasp of Fate. However, how good is Grasp of Fate in the current meta?
Mantle of the Ancients is a closer, right? We don't have boots in this deck. Spurs, Boots, or Greaves. Do we want either of those?
Lightning Greaves is probably worth running. Sorry, not Lightning Greaves. Swiftfoot. I meant Swiftfoot. We can't run Lightning Greaves because Shroud, and I don't think the Lava Spur ones are going to be worth it because Ward 1 probably isn't good enough.
Where is the Rakdos? Where in the Rakdos is Pearl what? Pearl who? Our commander? That's why this is not 90% casual. Swap Astral Steel for Ritual of Steel. Have you seen Ritual of Steel?
What's Astral Steel?
Astral Steel? I don't think Astral Steel's in the deck. We looked over it earlier. Remember? You said, is it It's the Storm card, yeah. Yeah, I get why you want to include a finisher, okay? Because you need help finishing the game. I get it.
Do you have trouble finishing? I heard there's a pill for that.
Yeah. Wait. Okay.
We can also probably dump Songbird's Blessing because it's like...
No. This art is too good.
It's slow, though. It's so slow.
Is it slow?
Yes.
Main phase 1, is it slow?
Yeah. It's like draw a card on attack that potentially draws another card.
Well, it's not. It's when you cast it though. Whenever you cast an aura, this puts it into play.
Songbird's Blessing? Whenever the enchanted creature attacks.
Reveal cards at the top of your library.
Yeah.
You may put that card onto the battlefield.
Yeah. So we put it onto the battlefield, or we may put it into our hand, then play it and draw a card. With
you put it into your
Pearl-Ear.
hand, and then you do cast it. Yes.
Yeah.
You get
So,
the draw.
Songbird's Blessing, I guess.
It's
Yeah,
good. It's good.
It's fine. It'll give us like 2 more draw every single turn. So yeah, it's fine.
It's a good card. Don't hate on the blessing. 1 mana song. I mean, it's probably going to be 1 mana. We hope. There's 24 enchantments in the deck. The enchantments are dwindling right now. We've got how many enchantments in our creature base? 1. Eidolon of Countless Battles. God,
yeah, but granted, that is still 30 enchantments. We're probably fine.
All right, guys, we need to cut 4 more cards. I don't know where they're coming from.
I think Final Showdown can probably get cut. It's not bad, but it's kind of costly for a little bit of trouble. I think we can cut Final Showdown.
Winds of Abaddon stays.
Yeah. I don't think we ever cut Winds of Abaddon. We could probably cut Savine's Reclamation.
Yeah, what is this deck doing with that?
It gets back like a couple protection pieces, but like we have other things that do that a little bit better.
Oh god, Will, do we need all the wards?
Probably not all of them.
What are the worst 2? Name me the 2 worst wards and we'll cut them. What are we getting hit with? Blue, green, red?
We're not getting hit by green. We're not getting hit by green ever. If like, get rid of the ones that name specifically green, or get the one that names.
I think it's just that, and then also Shield of Duty and Reason. That's green and or blue. That's
Man,
good.
I don't know what my friends are doing in Discord right now, but they need to chill.
No.
We might be able to cut Abolish, maybe.
How much enchantment and artifact removal do we have, if not Abolish?
Yeah. Abolish is fine.
It's okay. I mean, we're running a lot of our own hate. The only thing that stops us is the rule of law. Why not Heliots just because? Why not Heliots just because? Black, blue, red? Heliots what?
Heliots Intervention?
Oh, as far as removal is concerned,
I don't know.
I'm not a fan of it.
We might be able to cut Cloudstone and Curio, or Commander's Plate, or both.
Wait. We might be able to lose what?
The Commander's Plate or Cloudstone Curio. One or the other.
Commander's Plate. It happened. Commander's Plate.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Good.
You know why? It's just the 3. Oh, 94% competitive. Guys, we got there. But we're not done yet. With your help. Oh, go on, Will.
Weather Wayfarer can probably get cut.
No, I paid good money for this card, Will. I will play this card.
You know what? Fair, because Sarah Sanctum and Nykthos, fair.
All right, guys. Are you ready for the best mono white CDH deck you ever did play?
Also, I would like to make one recommendation to swap out a card, and it's to swap out a basic Plains with Urza's Cave.
All right, guys, we're gonna go to Will's cave.
Indeed.
Yes, welcome to my cave.
Welcome, traveler. Cruise my wares.
Oh, is that a null elemental blast? Would you like to cast it using my cave? Sacrifice. Search your library for a land card. Put it onto the battlefield. Tape-vu. Oh, so why Urza's Cave? Well, what's got you excited?
Because it's another Sarah Sanctum, or it's another Nykthos Shrine to Nyx.
For a land card.
Yeah.
I really read that as basic.
No.
This is actually good.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. This is actually really good.
Yeah.
How did I miss this? How did I miss this? Urza's cave? What the fuck? Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, Urza's got all the cool shit.
He's
Did you
got the
notice?
freaking. He's got the Power Stone. He's got the Meek Stone. He's got like his own freaking college that travels through time. Like he's got everything.
All right, boys and girls, for however many girls are watching this, if you're a girl, keep it to yourself. Trust me. Don't make that known on the interweb. You're just gonna get weird responses.
Yeah, indeed, indeed.
But if you're out there, thanks for joining us, guys. Feel free to leave this video with a like if you enjoyed the brewing session. Thank you for tagging along and helping us brew this one. What I want to do is play test it a couple of times because I just want to see what the hell we made here. We don't have a clear line of play to finish the game. Yes, I know. Mono White really doesn't have any of those unless you're on a particular package with, say, an Oswald or a Teshar.
Or unless you're doing Basalt Monolith Mesmeric Orb into the whole pre-war Formaware thing, but that is very finicky, as you only have Enlightened Tutor and Oswald to search for those cards.
Do we add pre-war Formaware combos to Oswald?
Probably. Honestly, it's a decent combo, because it's just find Mesmeric Orb, find Basalt Monolith, do the thing. So, it's... Let's see, for that you'd need one of the creature sack outlet effects with pre-war
which we
Formaware.
do use. We use Blasting Station in there.
Oh,
Am I wrong?
it's already in the deck?
Am I lying? No, it's not in the deck. No. We gotta look at it. Hey, vote Pro Medallion. My god. Heliod Ballista. I am in fact a girl, Victoria. You added yourself. Now I get all these TikToks about... Huh?
We got a grill in chat. We got a grill.
Oh, no. I get this one guy, this one TikToker who, like, he's joking, but he'll be like, oh, he does this like weird anime voice where he's playing like shooters online, and he's joking about how he wants to meet his gamer girl and like impress her. Do you get this guy? He's like, oh, I hope there's a gamer girl out there. Oh, did you see that kill I just got? And he's trying to flatter himself, but also like be really appealing. Well, no, he's really trying to get the gamer girls. But it's so funny. It's just like it's the quiet part loud. Essentially, he's doing what every gamer guy is thinking to themselves, but like saying it out loud awkwardly to chat. And then some people get really annoyed. Some people enjoy it. Anyways, we're gonna play test. Oh, Peal-Ear or Pear Bear the Derriere. Let's go. And in case we don't remember the casting cost, it's a generic and double white. Lifelink enchantment spells cost blah is of affinity, and then auras that are attached to modified creatures draw cards. So that first aura is not going to do it. 3/4 body. Let's go. Do we keep the hand that starts with Sarah's Sanctum and all that glitters? Well,
depending on the rest of the hand, probably. That's not a bad hand, because it's a good cheap ore to start with a good follow-up land.
Alright, so here's what we have. We have no fast mana. We have Sanctum Plains, Null Elemental Blast, which is dead, Songbird's Blessing, All That Glitters, Idolized, and Pentarch's Ward.
Yeah, we don't keep this. We have no way of getting out Peal-Ear, even relatively quickly. Okay. Sanctum's is kind of a dead card in that hand.
We have All That Glitters, Sage's Reverie, Blind Obedience, Grand Abolisher, Mana Crypt, Plains, and Nykthos Shrine to Nyx. So a Mana Crypt to feed the Nykthos Shrine to Nyx. This is maybe where Ancient Tomb actually comes into play. This one isn't bad. It is a turn 2.
It's a turn 1 Blind Obedience as well.
Right. Again, this is going to be a weird one to playtest, folks. Like, because this is not doing a thing quickly and trying to win the game quickly. Too many auras. Too many auras.
There's no such thing.
Not for Peal-Ear. Not for Peal-Ear. But let me know which auras you want to cut, if any. We haven't seen a damn one, though. I mean, we got one here. Excuse me, two. Pearl lets you keep 2 landers. Pearl lets you keep 2 landers? Kinda?
So we can do Blind Obedience with Mana Crypt and Plains here. The next turn we can Nykthos and then get out Grand Abolisher by filtering. and after that we should be able to get out Pearl Ear on turn 3.
We just pulled another planes, so I'll just
go. That makes math easier then. Yeah.
So we'll cast Pearl Ears. Light Paw is the stand-in again. We all know.
Yeah.
All right. So affinity for auras. So we don't have any cost reduction going for us yet, and Pearl Ear is not modified. Next turn. All right. So if we lasted a rotation, this is what this is going to look like.
Also, you forgot to draw a card for turn 0 or turn 1.
So we're one deeper. We're still going to play out the Nykthos Shrine to Nyx here, but we pulled a plains. All right, so Sage's Reverie, I guess. Draw a card for each aura you control that's attached to a creature. Not yet.
We have the other aura first, right?
Right. So here's what we'll do. Damn, this is difficult. We're gonna tap here to tap here. Do we really get that much more mana? I mean, if we played Grand Abolisher and then use Nykthos, we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white mana.
Yeah, it's Grand Abolisher is free. Grand Abolisher is basically free because we pay 2 into it and get 2 back out of it.
All right, so let's do this. We'll play Nykthos, double white on Pearl Ear, Blind Obedience, and Grand Abolisher. Do we want to use Extort at all? I don't think we need to. No, we don't need to. We're going to use All That Glitters first, so double white for this and modify our Pearl Ear. And now the next spell we cast that's an enchantment is going to cost 1 less. So we'll go ahead and use Sage's Reverie. This is going to let us +1/+1 for each aura you control that's attached to the creature, and it's also going to draw a card for each aura attached to it. This includes itself.
Yeah, so it's going to be 1 draw for cast and then 2 draws for ETB.
Correct. So 1 draw for cast, 2 draws for ETB. We also have a Grand Abolisher online, so we don't need to worry about anything. Even with the cost reduction, nothing here is free. But we're tapped out, and we've got a Light Pause that can beat someone. So Light Pause. We've got a Pearl Ear that can beat someone. So we've got +1/+1 off of All That Glitters. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we've got +1/+1 for each attached to it, so 2. So we've got a 6, 6, 9, 10. We've got a 9, 10?
9, 10 lifelink.
9, 10 lifelink. Let's go. Blam. We're going to hit someone that clearly cares about their life. So force a Timno block or something like that.
And then everybody else needs to go to therapy.
Right. We have Smothering Tithe in our hand, which will be amazing. I wish we could have got it out that turn, but that's okay. Hopefully we last another rotation. If we do, here's what our turn looks like. We just picked up Idolize. Whenever enchanted creature attacks alone, it gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of non-land permanents you control. Like you were saying, we could probably put Boots in the list. Greaves, that is, or Boots, rather.
Yeah.
What do you want to start with? I suppose just we're not going to get that much more mana out
we play out everything we can before activating Nykthos, then we play out everything else. That's usually how we play it.
Yeah, let's do the Idolize. I'll play a land per turn. It's going to be the...
Actually, I think we just go straight Nykthos to start here, probably, because I think we want to keep up the 2 planes just for interaction.
It's okay, because I'm going to play a planes, then play the Idolize, and then we can go Nykthos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think we need to leave interaction, though. The Swords and Path are just burning a hole in our hands. We can use Misspell Planes later. We're not in a rush to use Misspell Planes. I don't even think we need Misspell Planes.
Should not be in the deck. That was one of the first things I was saying was like, we need to cut all the fancy lands.
We're going to say that...
This is my entry list.
We'll say it's a basic Planes for now.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay, so bloop, bloop. We're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white mana. I'm going to cast a Smothering Tithe. I'm sorry, I was supposed to draw off Vitalize. There's another planes. Cool. We'll do that. But we need a draw engine outside of our commander because we're not hitting anything. I think we
that's
need...
what the cantrip auras and the One Ring are supposed to be there for.
Yeah, we need 3 Dreams, Will.
Honestly, yeah. Part of the issue is also that we drew Mantle early.
Yeah, this is awkward. I mean, I think we just extort with the mana we have remaining here.
Yeah, right now we're just kind of playing a game plan. We're also drawing literally all of our lands.
We're drawing all of our lands, and we've drawn the 3 based off of artifacts and enchantments you control effects, like the Idolize, the Sage's Reverie, all that glitters.
Yeah, it's...
But this is where Cloudstone Curio would come mighty handy, dude.
That's what I was going to say.
Like, bounce a Sage's Reverie, cast a Sage's Reverie, that shit'll draw a lot of cards. This is okay, though. I think we could reset, but is there anything you can think that we would want to add after just seeing this run through here?
Well, some kind of draw setup would be better. Giving ourselves some kind of engine would be nice.
I mean, we have engines in the deck. Flickerstorm blips all that can trip. Cantrips. Flickerstorm blips all that can cantrip. Flickerstorm? Well, is that... Wait. Is this an actual card you're referencing? Flicker... Shit, dude. Do we put that... Do we put the Scarab of the Unseen back in? Meticulous Excavation. It's so expensive.
Yeah, it's paying 3 just to bounce the thing, and then we play it to draw a card.
Cloudstone Curio is way better. For this particular list, Cloudstone Curio is way better.
Agreed.
Because the cost reduction's not useful on the thing that's in fact 1 CMC. I do want to... I'm sorry. What I want to do is go back and fix our land base. We're going to take out... Goodness, I'm sorry.
It's just Mistveiled Plains, it looks like. Yeah, Mistveiled Plains is the only weird one. 27
lands, though. I didn't really think we'd hit that many.
Yeah, that's about a quarter of our deck is lands, and we still hit a lot of lands.
Is there any fast mana we're missing? I guess just Jeweled Amulet would be the only thing that we could incorporate that would guarantee a turn 2 Peal-Ear.
Yeah.
Do you want Jeweled Amulet? Do we care enough about securing a turn 2 Peal-Ear to add Jeweled Amulet?
I think we're fine with playing slow as long as we can hit some kind of stacks or control.
What is this deck missing?
Better cards.
I mean, nothing's really bad. He, like, Recruiter of the Guard finds Mesa Enchantress, or more importantly, Core Spirit Dancer.
Yeah, it's...
There are draw engines that exist, and we have tutors for them.
Yeah, we just didn't hit them.
Yeah, it's like, it's not... None of this is bad. Let's go again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Jeweled... I want to put Jeweled Amulet in just really quickly.
Did we already put Cloudstone in?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay. What do we take out?
No. Well, I mean, I don't disagree
with
you.
Lightning Greaves. Or Swiftfoot. Freaking not Lightning Greaves.
Or Spurs. Which one do you want?
Swiftfoot. We're playing a slower game. Spurs are better if you're playing a fast game.
Jeweled Lotus is in, Nibiru. Okay, Storm. 1 word. What is it? Oh, Flicker Storm is 1 word. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, well, do you even want the Jeweled Amulet in the deck?
No, I don't think we need it.
Alright, but we do want boots.
Yes.
And we gotta go. We gotta go for those really good boots that I own, the Secret Lair ones.
Yes, your furry boots to go with our furry commander.
Oh, wait, that's not the one. That's not the one. Wait, where is it? Where is it? It's like a Chinese New Year one. Promo set? Damn it.
I'm pretty sure I know the ones you're talking about. And yes, they are the furry boots.
Yeah, these are Will's favorite Swiftfoot boots.
No, my favorite ones are the Jet Boot print. The Jet Boot, what's it called? The Urza's Blueprint ones. And not the original Urza's Blueprint ones. I'm talking about the Secret Lair Blueprint ones. Those are my favorite. The frickin' Iron Man boot.
Hushbringer's fine. Although Hushbringer does shut down some of our own things, I don't mind.
Does it?
Just the Ranger Captain and Recruiter of the Guard.
That's
and
fine.
Heliod's Pilgrim.
That's fine. If it shuts down 3 of our cards, whatever. We're likely never going to see them in the same game. Doorkeeper Thrall also gets shuts those down. But to be fair, hitting an opponent's dockside or Thoracle feels infinitely better.
Doorkeeper Thrall is just better Hushwing Griff. Or Hushringer.
Yeah. Well, Doorkeeper Thrall doesn't stop death effects. Hushbringer does.
Oh, I'm not worried about aristocrats, sir. All right, I cut the Hushbringer. I'm sorry. We just need to get to 100 cards. Let's go. Oh my god, Flicker Form. This is the 3 CMC one, isn't it? 2 CMC. No, you said this. Exile enchanted creature and all auras attached to it.
So it triggers all of our ETBs.
What ETBs, Will?
The frickin' 4-mana one that's draw for every aura. Or all of our ETB draw auras. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's also protection. I think we could get away with running it, but...
Redundancy, Patrick. Yeah, I know. Do we keep the hand with a turn 1 Esper Sentinel?
Yeah, almost always.
Really? Damn, Will was so sure about that.
As long as you can play a turn 1 Esper Sentinel, it's more or less the same as playing a turn 1 Mystic Remora. It's weaker, but it's gonna give you roughly the same effect.
I mean, Will's high on it. Let's go, baby. We've got Angelic Gift, Swords of Plowshare, even Interrupter. That's right.
Oh no, I can see it. I can see the hand. It's caught up.
Severe resistance in 2 planes, baby. Just for anyone who can't see it. I don't know if you can't see it, but I don't know. Holler if you can. All right. So Esper Sentinel. How many cards are we drawing, Will?
I mean, if we're playing a turn 1, probably 2 to 3.
I actually disagree with Will a lot. Oh, on Sentinel? I want to say 2. And then we'll go from there. Oh, God. A lot of things.
Oh, no, don't worry. I'm fully aware that I say a lot of out-of-pocket Magic opinions.
Yeah. No, I agree. I've read the comments.
Oh, no. I know. People went off on my Curie take. I'm like, I don't think people have ever played Mono Blue to realize how little draw you actually have in Mono Blue.
There is only a little draw, frankly. I think people give those 2 cards too much credit.
Yeah,
I don't disagree with you.
Mystic and Ristic do a lot of work when you hit them, but when you don't hit them, you are never finding them and you are never drawing into them, so you are stuck in Mono Blue.
Right, but then they're also crediting the blue list for the Tymna that's their partner. It's like, no, you're drawing for other reasons, and it's not always those 2 cards. Leonin Arbiter feels good here.
Yeah, it's either that or Dismantler. Both feel nice.
Right. This is when you put this on the stack and they're like, I'm gonna use my mystical tutor now. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put tutors. Okay, we get it. Okay. Was I too late? Was I too late? Okay, Lead and Arbiter, just fuck it, because we don't have tutors and they can't have tutors, at least not easily. That's 7 manas, and I think we're good with that. Let's go. I'm gonna say we draw 1 card off the guy. Okay, cool. Sphere of Resistance. All right, Will, how much are you hankering for this commander?
Getting our commander out earlier is probably good, just because we'll be able to play Sphere after we get a little bit of reduction going.
Right, but we've got shit all for reduction going right now, so that's that.
Don't worry, the commander is the reduction. And we have auras in hand to hopefully get a little bit more reduction. Also, both of these are cantrip auras in our hand, so we're going to draw 4.
Yeah, that's true. So Pentarch's Ward and Angelic Gift. Angelic Gift obviously is going to go on our commander. We need to discard a card because of this. What is your least favorite card right now?
Probably Aven. No, actually, it's probably Ranger Captain, actually, because we have Esper in play already. The sack is still really good, but Aven is maybe a little bit better.
I think Aven is better. I don't know what 1 CMC thing we wanted outside of Esper Sentinel in this deck, so yeah, we'll have to discard Ranger Captain, and that's that. Next turn, if we make it, let's say we draw another card. There's the freaking Jeweled Lotus, Jesus. We'll play that. We'll play the Mox Amber as well, because
Wait, but Patrick, you didn't want a Ranger Captain of Eos to find a Weather Wayfarer to find Sarah Sanctum or the Nykthos?
Let's remember that Leonin Arbiter is symmetrical.
Oh yeah, true. True, you are 100%
Yeah.
correct on that.
Your camera's a little off, Will. Actually, I'm just realizing. Or never mind. You're good. You're good.
No, I was leaning into my
All
mic.
right.
That was my bad.
Okay, guys. How do we start this magnificent turn outside of the two plays I just made? I think we go with the cheaper of the two and the angelic gift. Am I correct?
Yeah, because it makes the reduction better if we hit another 2-drop.
So we'll use the Mox Amber, we'll use a Plains. I haven't played a land yet, but I won't quite yet. So I'll draw a card. Silencio, por favor. I'll play a Plains. And let's go... I guess we just do Pentarch Ward here, right?
Yeah.
So Pentarch Ward enters the battlefield. Choose a color. Which color
Blue?
do you want?
Probably blue or black. It depends on what we're playing against, obviously, but usually blue or black.
Let's just say black. Let's say, God, those two words are too similar to one another.
Blanche. Blanche.
Blanche.
Blanche.
That's not gonna trick anyone. So Blanche. Oh, okay, so we draw 2 cards. Cool. Ooh, shit, Flickering Ward, when the time is right. It's a little too late now, though. So I honestly think we just hold the silence or the swords.
Agreed.
And we pass with that. Yeah, there's nothing else we can really do or want to do here other than attack with our commander. So we'll attack with the commander. Commander doesn't have any buffs. It is flying, though, so that's cute. And we hit for 3 damage and gain 3 life. Let's say we have to off-turn cast the silence, and that's about all we can do. We draw 1 card off the Sentinel, and we go to our next turn. I'm going to wait on playing the Plains, but I will use the Mox Opal and activate it. If we do use the Jeweled Lotus, we still got Esper Sentinel if Esper Sentinel wasn't removed at this point. I think we could probably drop the Sphere of Resistance soon as well this turn.
Yeah.
Your auras fall off? Oh.
Why?
For blue?
Oh yeah, true. Our blue auras fall off.
Do you mean this doesn't affect Pentarch Ward? Are you just saying that someone did something to our auras by killing our commander, maybe? Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to give ourselves the benefit of the doubt. We are also holding, well, we weren't holding Surge, but we were holding, jack shit for anyone's removal.
We are holding Silence. We are holding Silence and Swords. Those were the 2 holds that we had on that turn.
Yeah.
All also, right, I feel like we're never the threat that people are targeting.
No, we're just trying to spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel, though. Let's do Flickering Ward and draw a card.
Yeah.
Swiftfoot Booties. Okay. Does this change anything for us? I think we want to get that Sphere of Resistance.
Agreed.
Sphere of Resistance, and then... You said Blanche? Oh, yeah, it's true.
Yes.
We did say Blanche. If our opponent holds us to that, they're like, you said Blanche! You meant white! I know you did. Oh, that would be so sad. Alright, is Sphere of Resistance really the best thing we can do here, or is Dauntless Dismantler?
Could we do both? We could do both.
Por qué no los dos? I kind of want the Swiftfoot Boots too, though, dude.
Yeah, I like booties better. I think Dismantler is probably better than Sphere for just right now, and then Sphere is better later.
Okay, so this is just boots. So instead of saying Blanche, we're gonna say black. So we've got blue and black protection here. So we don't really need the boots, frankly. But they're there. We don't have to do that though. Let's just put the Dauntless Dismantler on the battlefield instead. Do you want to hold for Aven Interrupter, cast Sphere, play Swords? If we play Sphere now, we don't have the mana for Swords later. It's awkward.
We could go for Dismantler and hold up Swords. We can't do... Sphere is probably our worst option, but we can do Dismantler, hold up Swords.
Okay, so Dismantler's down. We still have Aven Interrupter as well. We want to exile someone's ship and plot it. Okay, next turn. Let's just say we have to even interrupt her. What would you want to? What is your favorite spell to interrupt, Will?
Uh, I mean, I'd love to interrupt a Thoracle or a Demonic Consultation.
Sure, that was the DC we just interrupted. They got the Thoracle out, trigger on the stack. They go consultation, and we interrupt it.
And we laugh at the fact that they have Swan Song and Offer You Can't Refuse as a backup, and this is a creature.
Love it. Get plotted. Souls your opponent's cast from graves. Yeah.
Also, yeah, I completely forgot that Blanche is actually white, not black in French. I have never studied French, and I'm like, I always thought black was
well,
so.
Technically, we also had another planes in hand from the previous turn. Let's just say that we also dropped our turn 5 land, which we should have done anyways, and we needed to use Swords of Plowshare. So, get that out of the way. Okay, next turn. We drew 1 card from Esper Sentinel. I'm just going to always give us at least 1 card off Esper Sentinel. Okay. We've got 2 lands to play. We're hitting all the lands, I swear to God. What I want to do first is this. Flickering Ward back to hand. Cast Flickering Ward with Mox Opal. Oh, draw a card.
We just want to try to find one of our cool lands.
God, Will. I just hit another... I hit another land. I'm going to do Flickering Ward again. Okay. Open the Armory. Open the Armory?
Yeah.
What do you want, Will? Make it 2 CMC. Make it good and make it 2 CMC. All that glitters.
We could do all that glitters, but it's probably better to get the one that's draw for every aura on the enchanted creature.
Yeah,
because that's going to be 1 mana right now.
What is it called again?
Let me quickly pull it up for you. It is.
Oh God.
Why is it being difficult?
Oh, it's something Reverie. Sage's Reverie.
Yes, Sage's Reverie.
Reverie. Yeah, we need that because we need the Surge of Salvation for sure.
Leonin.
Oh fuck me.
We have to pay 2 for the Leonin.
What do we just do? Open the Armory. No, we can't even open the Armory. No, we can open the Armory.
We have exactly 2 mana.
Fine, Sage's Reverie Day. Oh God, we should have just swords our own.
Kill the cat.
Kill the cat. Okay. All right. Well, I think we got a taste.
Yeah, it is a slow, grindy deck. It does do the thing. It just does it very slowly.
What is it missing, if anything? Pear Bear the Derriere.
Speed, like stuff to let the deck flow faster. I don't know if that would be more creatures that synergize with ores and enchantments to help set stuff up, or if it would be a way to get the commander out faster. But like, the problem is speed.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
It is a fun deck. I don't know if it's a good deck. I think Sithis is still the go-to enchantment commander.
Are you saying I bought this Sarah Sanctum for nothing, Will?
No. That Sarah Sanctum is going in Sithis, and you actually have a reason to rebuild Sithis now.
Do I?
Yeah, you got Hermit. You got the Hermit Druid pre-war Formaware.
I just want to stick this card in my mouth. It's so tasty. It's so expensive, so good.
Sarah Snackdom.
Sarah Snackdom. It's like the Wagyu of beefs.
But yeah, I think Sithis is still the go-to enchantments commander, and I think that now that Sithis has Hermit Druid plus Formalware, Sithis is probably a good deal more competitive, because I know Sithis's initial problem was the deck has no way to win the game. Now it does. So
right. So I don't know, Will. I mean, green does add a lot to this list, actually, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Is there good art for Sithis?
I don't think they've done anything with Sithis
I mean,
since
her original art's fine. Sorry.
Didn't Justin have cool Sithis?
He does have cool Sithis. He has a look. Look. I don't need to seriously play this card. I just want to own it in my life, and then whatever. If I actually play it, that's cool. But It's just my version of a guy's cradle because Lord knows I'm not gonna buy another guy's cradle at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about the deck. It's. Yeah, that's too close. It's fine. Like Will said, it's a slow burn. I wish it did all the things I wanted it to do. I frankly, it should just get rid of the modification text. Get rid of the text that says modification. Look, this is coming out of Modern Horizons, so I understand why things are phrased or made certain ways. But man, if it was just like anytime you cast an aura, draw a card, that would be great.
Yeah.
Because it's like that's the slow rolling aspects. Like the fact that you need to do it once. So that means you need at least 2 auras in hand, or you have something doling out rolls. Which I don't know, man. It's a little too slow for a 3CM Seer. As much as I like it, I do think Sithis is probably the better option still.
Nibiru, are you serious? Reduce the cost of all white cards. Might be good.
You're really high on Medallion. You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe that's why.
The issue is that we needed pips more than we needed generic mana most of the time.
Yeah.
So Medallion wasn't even like a problem or great for the deck. Like it's fine for the early turns, but after like turn 2, Medallion becomes kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Medallion could go in the deck. I don't think Medallion would have greatly changed how the deck plays, so I feel like it's just gonna kind of stay at the power level that it's at.
I don't disagree.
Indeed.
All right, people. Any closing thoughts on this one, Will?
Well, I'm currently just looking through all the enchantment commanders that have been printed in recent days, and I'm like, which ones are better? It is Sithis or it's Calyx if you want to do something kind of interesting or dumb.
Why didn't we build Calyx? I like Calyx though.
Yeah, not just keep copying your non-legendary enchantments every turn.
Wait.
And then there's also the weird one that makes the roll tokens.
Which one's that?
That's the one that just kind of slaps somebody to death. Whenever an enchanted creature you control deals combat damage, draw a card. Whenever this enters or attacks, you make a virtuous roll count token, which is all the glitters for auras or for enchantments.
Nibiru, like the issue is that Medallion draws more cards. Nah, it's like the thing that's repeatable that's going to help us draw cards, the Flickering Ward, it's not going to get cost reduced any further. And I mean, you saw in our first playtest there when we were goldfishing, there was a turn where we had 8 mana floating and nothing to do with it. It's like, what we really needed there was a Cloudstone Curio so we could just like repeatedly cast the things. It just
the bottleneck on the deck is colored mana too, not colorless, because once we get Pearl-Ear out, Medallion becomes kind of pointless, but we need colored mana, which is why Sanctum and Nykthos and Urza's Cave.
I am kind of down for rebuilding Sithis. Genuinely.
Sithis, yeah, I think Sithis is going to be a whole league stronger now, because honestly, just going, just toss in Hermit Druid, Leonin, Pre-War Formalware, Savine's Reclamation, and Leonin Relic Order. Toss in those 5 cards and the deck becomes way more competitive.
Should we rebuild it?
I don't even think we need to rebuild it much. It's just add in the 2 to 3 good enchantments that we haven't added since the 2 to 3 enchantments that we haven't added, and then say add the combo.
What's the creature that does the Sarah Sanctum thing? I don't know.
It's the green one. It's the green creature.
Oh, the blue, not Bloom Tender. It's in the Sithis. I have the card back there somewhere. I forget her name though. Its name. It's a green. It's a specifically Selesnya creature.
It is Sanctum Weaver.
I believe you. Just not.
Yeah, it is Sanctum Weaver.
Tutor for 3 is draw 3. Tutor creatures draw cards. Tutor creatures draw cards? Tutor creatures draw cards? What? Are you talking about 3 dreams? What are you talking about? Get it? No. I don't understand. We're 94% competitive, okay? I think we're so close. Guys, that's it for this one, though. I hope you enjoyed the deck tech. I personally enjoyed testing the waters with Pear Bear the Derriere, but it was just missing Pro Medallion. Here's my thing. We're never going to, like, itch for the hand that finds Pro Medallion, and even if we did, it's not like it's helping us at that point. Like, you know, we're not going to draw cards until we get the 2 auras. For all the same reasons we've mentioned, the deck is just slow. And that's okay. I do think Sithis is much faster at producing a potential win or laying down hate or yada 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 because it's drawing you cards, period. It's drawing you cards, period. I think that's why Sithis is so great.
Yeah, you don't need to run a whole bunch of really janky auras. You just need to run some very, very slightly subpar enchantments, and then you're really happy.
But you can add, you know, Light Pause if you wanted that sub-strategy. Or you could technically add even a Pearl-Ear to that list, which I don't even think you would need to. But, like, the slightly bad cards are just the worst Wild Growths and Utopia Sprawls. But, like, that's still ramp. It's still the other portion of, like, you know, what you want in a CDH setting. You want mana, you want cards, you want your play lines to be assembled when you hit the threshold of mana to do the thing, right? Sithis is draw. You're casting things that give you ramp and draw off of Sithis. It's great. It was never a bad list. It was just bad at closing, like Will was saying.
Yeah, I'll say, with Sithis, you probably do run Pearl-Ear, but not for the draw, you run it for the cost reduction.
Yeah. No, legitimately. I mean, because we're going to run so many auras, and the affinity for aura is actually really effective for the list. I don't disagree.
Yeah, because you just get, like, a reduction of 2 most of the time in that deck, and then that's enough to let you play out an entire hand without caring.
And it's very easy to find Pearl-Ear in that list with, like, all the green tutor effects.
And I'll also say that in Sithis, you are totally fine with running the Rule of Law effects, because if you're doing the Hermit Druid lines, you just go, okay, find Hermit Druid, pass the turn, protect Hermit Druid, and then on my turn win the game by casting 1 spell.
Next week, Sithis?
It's either going to be Sithis or Ulamog or Tatiova. One of those 3.
Ulamog sounds fun.
Yeah, the new Ulamog is such a dumb card because 10 mana knock a player out of the game, and whenever this attacks knock a player out of the game is really dumb.
I don't disagree.
You just ramp. It's Godo, but colorless.
Sithis hits enchantment creatures too. She does indeed. Yeah. Guys, that's it for this one. I want an excuse to play the Serra Sancta, but Will, I'm not going to run a Gaia's Cradle in that deck. I want a paper deck.
Fair. But, I mean, to be fair, with Sithis, I don't think you run a ton of creatures, so Gaia's Cradle is probably not worth it.
I mean, only with the version of my build, you were using effects that, like, just generated bodies that you could swing with, but, like, because we don't need that sub-strategy of beats anymore, stacks and beats, I think that we could go with stacks and then the recurable engine with the pre-war form aware. Something else.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we'll see you on the next one next week. You can expect I'm going to be out of town this weekend for my anniversary, but I will have time tomorrow to film another video regarding One Piece. So if you're interested in watching another tech, there's another list I'm working on for that. But we should be doing a stream, if not also Thursday, Friday. But I'd like to get in another game and chat. Will was mentioning a game that sounded really good. I'll talk to you about
Played Up, I think.
Which you own already?
Yeah, I own Played Up. It's a roguelike game where it's just overcooked, but more dungeon crawl-esque elements to it.
I honestly really enjoyed 10 out of 10 with over 12,700 reviews.
For Played Up, yeah. Popular game.
It's impressive. All right, well, I'll take a look at it. And anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for hanging with us.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll have a fun build on Friday, next Friday.
Stupid. Why did I waste... Will, why did you convince me to buy this card? Why would you do that?
Don't worry, it's going to be used in Sithis.
Maybe. If she's any good. Actually, I really did like Sithis. I don't think that Sithis is a bad list at all. It's just
Sithis was an amazing list. It's just the deck could not win for the life of it because there was no good Selesnya win condition until recently.
Did I do a better Sithis? A better Sithis MTG. I'm trying to see if I can find my old list. I bet you it'll come up. Number 1, baby. You guys are still with us. I'm sick about it in a second. Let me see if I can pull up the list, though.